Thank you for picking up the Sticks. It's episode 112, Sticks Gaming Podcast. I'm Mike Carnett. To my right, Mike Steak Carney.
What's going on?
To my left, Art. What are you buying? Rosian.
Buying everything I get my hands on.
He's buying a lot of stuff.
Woo-hoo! Who is it?
It's happened, ladies and gentlemen. It's finally happened. We know pricing and dates and pre-orders are up and gone, so hope you got one already.
My credit card's so sad.
Yeah. Well, we got a ton to go over. There was a Nintendo event, an Ubisoft event. PlayStation had their reveal finally with everything that was in there. And then we have just so much pre-order debacle to talk about.
Ton of Xbox news.
Ton of Xbox news. Oh, my goodness gracious. So much to go over. So let's kick this off right now. Steak, what you playing?
All right, we're going to make this short and sweet. So I finished Tell Me Why. Played through the whole thing. So like I said last episode, I really enjoyed Chapter 1. I was curious to see where it was going to go. Chapter 2 was pretty decent. But it was more build up. I was like, okay, well, yeah, it's building up for the last chapter, whatever. And then Chapter 3 was okay.
Okay.
Like the way it ended was fine. Like there was, like the one big thing that you've been trying to figure out, like when they revealed it, I was just like, oh, okay. It wasn't like one of those where I was like, oh, like holy shit, or something like that kind of reaction. It was just like oh, okay, cool, that makes sense. Like, oh, I get it. Yep. And I was thinking about some of the things from other episodes, a couple of the other chapters. I was just like, okay, I get it now. That lines up perfect. But overall, it was worth playing. It's on Game. Especially if you got Game Pass, it's definitely worth playing.
What's the Game Pass motto, Art?
Why not?
Yeah.
Game Pass. Why not?
It's still Don't Nod, so they still has some cool it still has some cool stuff in there. There's more puzzles involved in this one than previous ones, where you actually have to go through this goblin book and actually kind of read a story to solve puzzles, especially in the last chapter. Oh, God, trust me, reading. I got to a point where I was just like, nope, I'm looking this up. I was just because I was trying to figure it out myself, and I'm just like, this makes zero sense to me. I'm looking this up. So thank God. And actually, that was kind of, even though it's newer, Chapter 2 was easy. Chapter 3 was kind of hard to find something in there. So if you're a fan of the Don't Nod games like Life is Strange and stuff like that, it's still worth playing through. It looks good. The only thing that sucks is I'm missing one achievement. I have to replay through the entire game to get that achievement. So that's never going to happen.
No.
And that makes me really upset. Because it matters about your decisions that you've been making throughout all three chapters.
Oh, okay. So it's not like just a quickie turnaround type of thing?
No. So
and you can't start from the third one with a predetermined story?
Possibly.
Okay.
It depends though what my decisions, I know most of my decisions. So it's either, and this is not spoiling, so it's either you are in sync with your twin or you're not in sync with your twin.
Right. Okay.
Those are the two different endings. So I was in sync with the twin is the ending I got. So that I got I'm assuming it's the good ending then. But the thing is I don't know throughout the whole thing, because there was a few times where what I picked was disconnected from my twin, but I think I was more connected in general, throughout all the chapters. I would probably just have to replay the whole thing in order for that to happen. So that's really disappointing, honestly, because it's not like Life is Strange where you load up your save. All right, now I'm just going to pick this instead and see what happens when you get the achievement. It's not, unfortunately, it's not as simple as that. And then I've been just continuing Yakuza 5. I may skip this one. I am with this one. I'm not enjoying it.
Is it Yakuza fatigue?
That's what I'm trying to figure. I don't think so though. This one's doing you're doing some really weird, the stuff. I'm in Chapter 2 right now, and I'm in the mountains, in snow and stuff. There's a Yakuza story, but I don't know. I'm hunting and stuff, which is weird.
You playing the right game?
Yeah, I know, right? That's what I thought. I was like, okay, this is kind of weird. And also, I'm 11 hours in and only on Chapter 6 out of 21. And I've been skipping all the side stuff. And there's a ton of side stuff that I've been skipping. But I don't know, this one's just not grabbing me. And then I kind of looked up the Yakuza games ranked, and this is at the bottom of everyone's list. So I'm okay, because I know in 6 at the beginning they have summaries of every single game. So I'm almost tempted to just pop 6 in, get the summary of 5 so I know the story, and just get into 6 before 7 comes out. Because this is the first one I got out of all of them I've played that I'm just struggling to get through. But yeah, so we'll see. I might give it one more go to try it, but when I got to the hunting thing and I had a little bit of micromanaging, I'm like, oh, this is not Yakuza. No, I don't like this at all. So I don't know. We'll see. So I might just skip that and go to 6 because 7's approaching very fast.
Yes, it is.
I am super pumped for that. So because everything I've read about that it is fantastic. So Yeah, that's it though.
Art,
Yo.
what's playing?
Started playing NHL 20. It's another NHL game.
Yeah.
I mean, we played it that night at your house for the draft. I started doing the Be a Pro mode. It's the same thing. It's been for the last, as long as I can remember.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. See, outside of that, time for my quarter yearly Rainbow Six update.
Oh yeah.
So I'm sure we'll talk more about this later, but Ubisoft had their Ubisoft Forward presentation. Part of that was they just started the new season of the game on a Thursday, which never happens. Usually they give you like just a little bit of a couple days notice before it's going to go live, and now it's presentation and new season live now. So they reworked one of the maps. There's Sam Fisher's the new operator in there. One of the bigger changes they made to the game was they changed the ping system. Now there's a contextual ping.
Okay.
So it's kind of like Apex Legends, where
Okay,
if you see a trap, you ping the trap. Your teammates see the icon of the trap.
Cool.
The one problem with that is now when you're on cameras, you can like just ping a spot, and it'll just show like a tag with a number that's correlated with your player, so everyone on the team knows what player tagged it.
Yeah.
But you can just kind of keep doing those manual pings if you see somebody on a camera, and they're never notified they've been spotted.
Oh.
So
I
usually
see.
in the old ping system, you hold triangle and it'll ping the opposing player, but the opposing player gets a notification like you've been spotted. So so you kind of get a heads up to change your location, or
Right.
they're gonna know exactly where you are. Now you can be pinged forever and not know it and be shot through a wall, and it's kind of frustrating when it happens, but it's one of the things that's happening to everybody.
Do you see that something they might fix?
I
like
think
now that
they-
everyone's been complaining about it.
I feel like they have to. I feel like they have to put something like if you ping within a certain area of another player, they have to get some kind of notification.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Like even if it's not like you've been spotted, like there's a camera in your area, you're something. Like I don't think they can take it out because it is still useful to, ping other things. Like I suppose if you're pinging a trap on the ground, it gives the icon for the trap. So I don't know. You used to not be able to do like the manual pings on cameras, so it's whatever. It's a pain, but it's a pain everyone has to deal with. So whatever. It hurts you as much as it helps you if your team's using it.
Sure.
That's probably they have map bans now in ranked.
Really?
So at the start of every match, they give you 3 maps, and your team votes to ban one of the maps.
Oh.
And the idea is that each team will ban one map, which leaves you with the third one is the one that you play. I like it I think I like it in theory more than I like it in practice, because I'm playing a lot of the same maps just over and over.
I was gonna say that. I bet you're playing a lot of the same map.
Yeah, and it's kind of annoying when you play 50% of your games on one map. That it's not the maps that usually get played are the ones that like people don't have problems with.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's some maps that people in general people just don't like, and those get banned all the time. But the ones that like nobody really has an objection to are the ones you keep playing over and over. And even though I don't have an objection to those maps, playing it for the third time in 4 games is kind of boring. So I'm curious what they're going to do with the data from that after after the season's over. But I think those are the big changes. That's all I got.
That's all I got. All right, I'll keep mine brief because most of this is stupid nonsense. Tony Hawk 1 and 2.
I forgot. Yep, me too.
Been playing. I played almost all the way through 1, and really realized that I really like Tony Hawk 2 so much more than 1. And it's not even close. Like that was the one that really is cemented in my brain as the one I love.
Yep.
One is perfectly fine.
It's okay.
It's great. I mean, especially because you have but they have like those weird like the competitions. I don't remember that being in 2.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think 2 might have had one of them, but like I don't know, but like the one in 1 the ones in 1 are just crazy.
Yeah, some are just kind of nuts. So just like there's something like that, but there's like the one run things where you're just like going downhill like the whole way, and you
the downhill.
go back to the beginning, like mall.
Key to
mall
those is
and-
you got to find a half pipe somewhere and just keep going back and forth.
Well, yeah, but then all of a sudden I missed one of the things I need to smash back there, so I need to go all the way back down.
Oh,
and
yeah.
go back
Oh,
to
yeah.
again.
It's like a
Nobody's
mall
hitting
was
all the
ridiculous.
things on one run.
No one's done things.
No.
Yeah,
I
but it's-
realized how bad. I forgot. It's like, oh my god, I forgot how to play this. Like I used to play it all the
Oh,
time,
yeah.
and then I started playing 1, and I'm like, Okay, I'm struggling here, like especially like because your stats are
I was just gonna say
terrible at
that.
the beginning too.
I was going to say that. Like I said, my main thing I've been doing is getting the stat points and levels like immediately, and I'm starting to feel more like myself. A, because the muscle memory is coming back, and B, because my stats are getting better.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, it's beautiful.
Oh, it looks great.
It feels just like old Tony Hawk,
does.
which is really, really what all you need.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
And there's like, man, there is just like a visual onslaught of just like unlocks and things and just like constantly, challenge. And just like, just constantly, oh man, I got more points and more coins and more. I got a new pair of pants. Like, it's just constantly new things are getting thrown at you. So it was really nice.
Finally did it right.
Yeah, it's great. It's really great. Yeah, definitely recommend that one. Then I get to my let's get weird. So Siberia 2.
It wouldn't be a Mike list without getting weird.
That's right.
I'm back on my shit.
Were you ever off your shit?
Yeah, I mean, when I was playing like the 100-hour RPGs, like a bunch of them in a row.
Red Dead and Death Stranding.
Which by the way, I think I'm going back to.
Of course you are.
Go back to what?
Red Dead.
Oh Jesus.
What was I talking about? Oh, Siberia 2. Man, that game really falls apart in the last two sections. They're like it's. I mean, I'm all for like adventure games and puzzle games being tough and like in finding the context clues. Like we talk about like finding something to read, like and tell me why that made me kind of excited. Like, oh, cool, I kind of like that kind of stuff. But in this one, it's like there's no clues on this thing. Like literally, like one of those things where like I looked it up afterwards. I was like, I can't figure this thing out. It was like it was almost like a clock. It had like it was every 15 minutes there was like a button I could push. And 7:45 was an important time early in the game. I pressed 7:45. It opened up the first portion of it. Cool. So that makes sense.
Yeah.
The next one is just 12, 6, 3, and 9. Nothing tells you to do that. There's nowhere in anything that tells you to do that. So it's just like, unless I don't know how anyone would have ever figured out to do that outside of just guessing to begin with and put it up online for everyone else to know. But there's like 4 different puzzles like that at the end of it. Where it's just like, this is just stupid nonsense.
Yeah.
I'm looking it up and getting to the end.
Yeah.
Which I did. So I accidentally platinumed the complex.
Okay.
So it's one of those.
You have to just play through it.
Yeah, a few different times.
Okay.
So like it's one of those full motion video games. This is like I said. Late Shift is still the best modern one by far, including this one. This is made by the same people who did Late Shift, so I had some high hopes for it. But like, it's like an hour and a half to finish the movie / game proper. And I think I maybe made like 8 decisions in that hour and a half. Like,
wow.
Which is not a lot.
No, yeah.
So there's like a long period of time where I'm not doing really anything. Kind of just watching this, I don't even call it a B movie. Like, I don't even know where we know what it is.
Right.
But student film.
Yeah, and I mean the story is fine enough. Like it's a classic. Like I got this new nanotechnology that it basically they're trying to send someone to Mars, and they can't bring a full hospital up to Mars, so they figure out these nano machines to basically cure them, heal them, whatever they need. There's like a hospital inside the body. Someone tries to steal it because there's been bad testing on it and bring it to the MI6 because it happens in London. Anyway, but like I got to the end. I got a bad ending. Was my main ending? It's like, oh, this is crappy. So I go back again. I die within 2 choices, which I didn't know I could do. So and I got to the second ending. Then I was like, okay, well I go back from the beginning. But every time you see a video, you can skip it. So like every time you play through, it goes quicker and quicker and quicker and quicker until you see everything. I was like, well, I'm only 1 away. Might as well get the last one. And it was like 9 endings. It's like, all right, but I was literally finishing that game in under 3 minutes because I was just like there was a couple of choices I was doing because you're skipping all the videos and everything.
Right,
so like you're really just waiting for the choices, and then the one section of new video didn't see whatever it is, and then all of a sudden it's like platinum trophy. I'm like, oh cool. I got a platinum trophy.
Nice.
And my last one was like everyone dies. So everyone died in my last playthrough. So I got the last ending and everyone died the same one.
You got the happy ending.
Yeah. Yeah, not good. Don't play that game. I played about 2 hours of the Call of Duty Cold War alpha that was up.
Yeah.
We'll talk more about that in the announcements, but it's more Call of Duty. It's pretty. It's more Call of Duty. I don't have a ton to say about it. I said I had a really good domination game where I was the number 1 scoring person in the game,
nice.
And my team still lost in the very last minute when like their team took over all 3 points. It was very upsetting because I got the loss and I dominated. What I've been playing the most of, with all this,
sounds like you got dominated.
it was so frustrating because it was like I needed you get to 200 as a scoring limit. Now, we were at like 185, and I had two of the three zones. I say me because I was the only one doing any work. Yeah.
Everyone else was playing team deathmatch.
Pretty much, or God knows what they were doing, and I don't know they're doing.
Love those people.
Let's make the game longer. Then all of a sudden they have all the zones and catching up, and no one's and then they just held it down. It was brutal. And then with all this, PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X talk and things like that, I decided to play a PlayStation 3 game. I played a lot of NCAA Football 13.
Oh, nice.
Man, that's like bittersweet to play because it is really great. The recruiting in that one is so smart because it really changes a lot too as you play the season. So if I'm like passing the ball a lot to my tight end, because one of the things that you have to like recruit players, you have like how close you are to their house, their prestige of the coach, prestige of the team, prestige of the conference, how you play the game, depth chart, things like that. All these different things you can rate against yourself and talk to with the different recruits. Like this stuff actually changes. Like if you, like your coach prestige goes up, the more games you win. Again, if I'm throwing a tight end a lot, the receiving tight ends are showing more interest in me. Just like things like that. And when you're actually doing the recruiting, you're making these phone calls, and you're doing scouting. When you scout them, they have all the different, as opposed to being numbers and all the different attributes like jumping and catching and break tackle. They just have like C, B, D, whatever it is. And as you actually scout them, the numbers actually pop up. Some of them higher, some of them lower. So I could be recruiting a 3-star athlete. All of a sudden, he was like 78 overall because I scouted him and he had a bunch of positive stats. So like you're pulling people kind of out of nowhere sometimes, which again, never happens in Madden drafts or anything like that. So those pieces, you have like an option just to be like, what does the player want to talk about while you're down your call? And you get automatic like extra points because you just like listen to whatever they want to talk about. So even if it's something that you're poor in, like I'm bringing University of New Mexico to the Promised Land.
Oh, there you go.
What I decided to do.
You always got to bring someone.
So,
that's right.
And I mean the Lobos. How cool is that, right?
Yep.
So I decided to take the Lobos, and there's like everything's like a D plus. Like
that sounds
everything's
right.
rated D plus. Outside of people who live in New Mexico, I have an A plus for their proximity to home.
So you have one pipeline state.
Oh, I got California. I got Texas. I have Maryland for some reason. I don't know why.
That sounds like a great school to start with if you have California and Texas.
It's really awesome. What's stupid though is like I was trying to recruit someone in California, and their number one school was Hawaii, and I was number 2 school. And one of those things you can do.
Proximity was their most important thing.
Proximity was one of the most important things. I was like, awesome. I have like an A for proximity, but Hawaii had an A plus. How's that even possible?
It's Hawaii.
Hawaii's closest neighboring state is California.
Yes, like it was just like what the hell?
They're not using like a globe map. They're using like the U.S. map with like the little box with Hawaii and Alaska in the corner. It's right there.
The 50-piece puzzle my kids do. Like it's like what is it? And so it was like that was kind of nonsense. But overall, like you said, it's still seriously great. They do some things I forgot about those games doing. Like all of a sudden, like their offense will just do hurry up in the middle, like in the first quarter. I had a game where I was playing somebody and they started hurry up.
Yep.
Just like things like that. Right, just like kept me on my toes, kept me interested. Little dynamic things like that just modern Madden doesn't do anymore.
I miss NCAA so much. I used to play that so much more, and actually like that thing with Madden, like I don't even bother with that stuff. I would spend hours going through the recruiting stuff like for on NCAA because it was worth it. Like you actually felt like it paid off.
Yeah, and like I'm spending as much time weekly on the recruiting board as I am on the actual game I'm playing. So like a game takes about 45 minutes.
Right.
I'm about the same in my recruiting because of the scouting.
Right.
Like if I know someone's kind of like wishy-washy, like I'm finding people that are still like not committed. They're only on like because they get like they're narrowed down to 10 schools and 8 schools and 5 schools and 3 schools. So if they're just up down to 10 schools, I'm like, well, okay, I'll throw my hat in this ring, see what happens.
I would always do that. Like you get down to the last couple of weeks of recruiting, and there's like some 4 or 5 star guys out there, and like they've decided nothing. I'm like.
See what happens.
Let's have some points on this. Let's see what happens.
I'll give him a scholarship. How many promises do you want? I'll make all the promises in the world. And so, like, not only that too, like when you make promises to the recruits, it'll actually say it'll give you more points based on basically like your coach trust factor. So like if you actually honoring your promises, that's gonna move up. It's just so many things are happening and so many things to think about just in the recruiting alone.
Right.
Not alone actually planning the game and feeling the flow of the game and just things like that. It's just so good.
It's not 13, but there was 1 or 2 years where they let you do like illegal shit in the recruiting. I don't know. Damn it! Now I
really NCAA let that fly?
I guess.
I don't know.
NCAA really didn't pay attention.
Yeah.
Like,
Until it was too late.
let's be honest.
EA was using the actual athletes. I mean,
I was gonna say they really were. They were numbers. They were the likenesses.
Like the
Their
exact
stats
height and
were
weights and
yeah,
stuff.
oh yeah, the stats were there.
Nonsense. Yeah, but in that game too, you can actually start with all made up guys. Like,
Oh yeah, you can. That's the thing. You can like here.
the
you can
names,
do this,
but the
or-
names are different, but they're definitely the same guys. Because I
that's
put
true,
Wisconsin on my
yeah.
schedule first, and then thank God I think who was it? It was Melvin Gordon was their running back.
Yes.
And thank God he went down the first quarter, because otherwise he would have ran me over the entire game. All right, well, Art is looking up NCAA facts from 10 years ago. Steak was coming out next couple weeks.
All right, we got a bit of a lull here. So October is quiet.
Well,
Like I was looking ahead of time. October is very
everything
quiet.
got delayed,
Yeah.
and then like, we'll wait for the next.
Yeah,
stuff
but there's still some big stuff coming. I mean, but it's just a little not as usually October's a little more hectic, but it's a little bit nice. So on September 29th, Spelunky 2 is finally being released for PC. I know a bunch of people are excited for that. On October 1st, Super Mario Bros. 35, the Battle Royale Super Mario Bros. Game for Nintendo Switch will be out. You have to be a Nintendo Switch Online member to play.
Mm-hmm.
On October,
Play while you can.
That's right. Because it's only through March, I believe. You can play it. And on October 2nd, Star Wars Squadrons is coming out on PC, Xbox One, and PS4. It's all crossplay, and you can use. You can also play it in VR on PC and PS4. And also on October 2nd, Crash Bandicoot 4 is finally coming. It's about time. It's coming out for PS4 and Xbox One.
Yep, a lot of people are really digging it.
Yeah, sounds like it's gonna be a lot of fun. And then recently added to Game Pass, Destiny 2 was just recently added.
So sick of Destiny.
And Xbox tweeted out something today. It's very, Xbox loves doing this, teasing us and everything. And supposedly, and it seems like it's blowing up everywhere, so I'm pretty sure this is what's happening. So I have a feeling it's going to happen tomorrow after we record. It sounds like Doom Eternal will be coming to Xbox Game Pass, and we'll get more into that later.
Ooh-wee.
Oh, yeah.
We got so much to get into. All right.
it was NCAA 07.
For real? What did they let you do?
They had like player suspensions in there, and you had to
okay.
take time out of your recruiting budget to address those and choose how long you were going to suspend the players.
Oh, man, I kind of do remember that now.
But I feel like there was stuff too where like you could. I thought there was recruiting stuff. Maybe it was just the stuff you're talking about where you can make promises and they can turn out to be lies. Or
Yeah, you
something.
make promises and do that, and then you can also like talk crap about like the other schools and like their like recruiting. So like again, like I was looking to compare my proximity to home to Hawaii because I figured that was a slam dunk, and it wouldn't let me do that. And you get positive interest points for you and negative interest points for the other school when you do those type of things. But right now, New Mexico is like below everybody. So.
But when you're wrong about it, apparently.
Well, I did that one. I looked at it because they kind of give you a range of points too of like outcomes.
Yeah.
You get extra points if they're in your pipeline school. You get extra points. If you ask them to talk about it, you get extra points, and you get extra points if it's part of your recruiter something or other. I don't know how that works, but yeah, it gives you a range of points, and like I wasn't paying attention. I actually gave myself negative points against when I was trying to. I was going comparing myself against. I think it was Utah for something, and it was just like they were actually better than me, and I got negative points, and they got positive points. Like I talked them up. Like
was it Mormon population?
I don't know.
Because if so, you were in the wrong the whole way.
I was definitely in the wrong. Extra.
It's time for the news.
Time for the news.
Which I think
much news.
I think I only have one news thing. The rest of it's going to be covered in everything that Steak has
Probably.
detailed.
So what's your news thing? I don't even know.
It's the big one.
Okay.
Well, if we go in order, we should probably save that for last time.
Sure, whatever.
Order or whatever.
Extra.
All right.
It's time for the chronologically correct news.
Or if you want to do that first. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. I don't care.
All right, so on September 10th, this is why it feels like it was so long ago. It was the day after we recorded, so of course, Ubisoft held another Forward.
Yeah, we knew it going in.
Yeah. So they kicked things off. This one I felt like was a lot better than the first one. So they kicked things off with what used to be Gods and Monsters, but then Monster Energy, I guess, sues everyone that tries to use Monster.
What? For real?
Yeah. That seems to be the
How
thing.
do you own Monster?
I don't know.
I was like, you didn't create that word.
They supposedly go after anyone that tries to use it. Is what like the article I was reading after the fact of after they released the new name.
That's really dumb.
So what used to be Gods and Monsters that they showed off at E3 that was supposed to be out in February of this year.
Yeah, right.
They showed off a brand new trailer for Immortals: Phoenix Rising. It's now called. I don't know what weird name.
Yeah.
The city of Phoenix is going to sue him now.
Spelled funny.
No, Fenyx.
Webster's Dictionary is going to sue him for being stupid.
That's right. They had a very interesting trailer for it. Started off with a weird. Who is that? Is it James Brown?
I don't know.
think.
Yeah,
James,
with the music?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
James Brown music at the beginning, which was really odd, but then it went to this like big orchestral, like in the middle of it, which like, okay, this is what it seemed like, because it's like a Greek thing, kind of. That's what you feel like. I think it actually looks great. I think it looks like a lot of fun.
Everyone's comparing it to Breath of the Wild, which which is a negative for me. Yeah. But like for me, like,
I'm sure it looks better.
Visually, I understand kind of where they're coming from in that aspect.
Well, to me, like gameplay wise, it looked like. It felt to me like the old God of War games. It was like you're taking on like these giant gods, and you have like melee combat, and looks like you have a bunch of different weapons at your disposal. But it apparently doesn't play anything like it. So
I don't know. They're supposed to show more soon, but it's actually coming out December 3rd.
Yeah,
so it's still coming out this year, which is crazy. And there's gonna be a playable demo exclusively to Stadia. Soon.
It's still a thing.
Yeah, I guess so.
Still getting demos.
Well, Ubisoft's kind of got that connection with them.
Yeah, obviously, Ubisoft always kind of does
like, all right, we're throwing a bone here, like whatever.
Clearly, some cash changed hands at some point, and
that's right.
Whatever.
But but it is available to all Stadia players, so that means even free accounts.
Oh.
So like you usually have to have a Gmail account to play the demo. So I'll check it out one day, whenever they release it. It's supposed to come out before sometime soon. Then after that, we got a trailer and an announcement for Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time remake. It's coming January 21st.
Yeah.
So it's coming pretty quick.
What's it coming on?
It's coming on everything. Wasn't it? Xbox. It was Xbox.
Not next gen.
Yeah. It says smart delivery at the bottom of the trailer. It says smart. I think it did.
You keep talking.
Double check.
Vetting.
Yeah, check that. Honestly, like I'm excited for this because Sands of Time. I mean, that was a great game. So it's cool. Obviously, it looks better than the PS2 version, but it doesn't look good.
No, no, it does not.
It looks kind of shoddy. Like I don't know. That's really weird.
Yeah, it's like it's a weird. I don't know, man. Like it's a weird take. It's like it's like the monkey's paw wish. Like I want a new Prince of Persia Sands of Time remake, but it's gonna look like shit.
Right?
You know, like right. Oh man.
Oh, we'll give you. Yeah,
you're gonna
Prince of Persia.
Yeah, kind of weird. I don't know. Whatever. We'll see. It's January 21st and it's $40. So I'm personally still all over it.
Epic Store, Ubisoft Store, PlayStation 4, Xbox One.
Okay.
Not next gen.
Wow. All right. Well, there you go. And after that, we got like a sizzle trailer for Hyperscape. They're still making Hyperscape a thing. That's their battle royale.
Yeah, not here. They're not.
Nope. Continuing on. This is more arts now. So Rainbow Six Siege is having a World Cup.
Meh.
Woo.
Are you invited?
No.
Okay.
And as I already said, a new season started that day. That was that Thursday.
They never do it on Thursday. It's a Tuesday thing. The new week starts on Tuesday. The new season starts on Tuesday.
They had a pretty sweet animated clip.
That was
Sam
neat.
Fisher into the game and stuff, which was kind of cool.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Just go check it out. I think you enjoy it.
I'm sure.
It's super cool. It's super
yeah, they do like 2 or 3 minute.
Yeah, exactly.
Things like
it was
for every season or event or whatever, and they're fine. It's whatever.
Then some of the news that Art's been waiting for. So they've confirmed a free upgrade to next gen in the same family. So from PS4 to PS5, Xbox to Xbox X, Series X. The upgrade is coming in 2020. And it's going to be up to 4K and 120 frames per second.
Did your progress transfer over?
What progress?
Like all your unlocks and everything.
I mean, if they're saying it's in the same family, I'm assuming.
Okay.
They say it's a free upgrade, so I would see. I don't see why not.
What progress? You've been playing the game for 4 years. You've progressed nowhere.
I mean, I'm not on like level 20 or anything. There's no boss at the end. Listen, as long as my character unlocks are there, I guess I want my. I mean, definitely skins I paid for. I want there. Mm-hmm. But
what do you know? Up-res like the skins. Yeah, like the old res skins.
You know what? The 120 frames a second is way bigger than.
That's insane.
Resolution.
That's crazy.
Anything like that. For a FPS that can move pretty quick at times, that's huge.
Yeah. Nice. Well, you guys will know. Art will give us the update on that when he gets his PS5.
You'll never see Art again.
Yeah. Well, he'll never play anything else again. That's for sure.
Yeah, you do now.
Then after that, we got something everyone's been waiting for. Scott Pilgrim versus the World Complete Edition, coming holiday 2020. So this will include everything, including all the DLC and everything. It's finally coming back.
There was DLC for that game?
Yeah.
There was a Scott Pilgrim game?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's
really
awesome.
good, too.
It's awesome.
Literally 2 days before this happened, I said I brought the PlayStation 3 back up. I was like, oh, what games I have on here I can re-download. That was one of them.
Yeah.
So I did literally 2 days ago. I downloaded.
Oh, nice.
Right before the new announcement.
Download on the PS3 and the slowest downloads ever for a
Oh
piece of
my
technology.
God. And it has to be on.
Yeah.
So if it
Right.
doesn't, at least it goes in the background now, like not when you first get the PlayStation 3. But holy Lord, yeah, it takes forever.
Oh, guys, that took like 5 hours probably.
I don't know. I turned it on and walked away.
So yeah, I'm super pumped for that. I would love to rebuy it.
I cannot believe I got it back, like the licensing and everything.
Yeah.
Because it got delisted just because of a bunch of licensing from music got
and everyone was bitching and complaining and whatever they worked out. So, and hopefully, let's hope Limited Run gets that physical. Everyone keeps asking them about it, so I hope it's one of those like kind of things like, hey, you can like the Battletoads thing. Stop asking us. Here you go, because I will pre-order that day one.
That's cool.
After that, we got more Watch Dogs Legion. So they introduced some rapper that's in the game. That's actually in the game. And then they announced too with the season pass that Aiden Pierce from Watch Dogs 1 is going to be in the game. He's going to have his own like story arc and everything too. So they're still trying to make this
cool.
Watch Dog thing.
Can I go back to Chicago and not have it be a bland fucking
Tell me
empty
about
sandbox?
it. I know.
Yeah.
Finally, a game in Chicago, and it's like, seriously?
I know.
Give me a GTA in Chicago.
What is Chicago like?
Exactly. So that's still coming out October 29th. I think it still looks great. I'll still wait for when it's $20.
Agreed.
Then after that, the last thing they did was they announced a brand new game called Riders Republic. This is a mass multiplayer game. It's coming out on February 25th. This includes dirt bikes, skiing, everything.
Flying.
It's steep means
Excite
dirt,
bike.
Excite bike. Yeah, there you go. And trials.
Yeah, trials. And
it totally has that trials vibe to it, and
it's like massively multiplayer online nonsense.
Yeah, pretty much.
You lost me at the first M.
It was what was so funny. It was just like, I'm gonna leave you with one more thing. I'm like, Ubisoft. It could have been Beyond Good and Evil 2. It's been dormant for so long. There was a new Splinter Cell game that's not in VR or not just thrown into some other game. They had that game called like The Wild, I think, that they showed at E3 a couple years ago that no one does. Nowhere to be found for it. So I thought it was gonna be something like that.
Yeah, no,
not something like this, but
whatever.
Some people are.
I'm sure there's gonna be some people who are gonna go crazy for it. So that's it. That was it for the Ubisoft. Like I said, I did still feel like it was a little bit better than the last one.
I agree.
Because like I said, I'm glad we got more Immortals. I'm actually super pumped that Immortals is on the. That's that's the one I saw was the Smart Delivery.
Okay, that makes sense.
That's right. I saw it at the bottom of the trailer. That one was Smart Delivery. So I am excited for Immortals. I will be grabbing that day one. All right. So after that, so we got another Nintendo partner showcase. This is on September 17th. So this was a week after that. They kicked things off with Monster Hunter Rise coming out on March 26th. This feels like the next Monster Hunter game, like in the main series. It's not World. It's the next, it's like after, what was the last one? Generations, I think.
This is meant to capitalize on the millions of Japanese people who played on the PSP.
Yeah.
It's much. Really that's the next game that they're
absolutely.
making.
Well, you say it there. I'm thinking like, oh, good. A game on a handheld system where people can do what they did before and sit around wherever and play together.
Yep. I mean, Generations is on there, but I know a lot of people have but this seems like to be the next step forward for that. And then they also announced Monster Hunter Stories 2, Wings of Ruin, coming in summer 2021. I'm really pumped for this one. I enjoyed this one on the 3DS a lot. That first one. It's different. It's more of like it's kind of a more simpler down, like turn-based, like RPG almost kind of thing. I really enjoyed that. So the first one. So I'm super pumped to see more about this one. And then there was a Monster Hunter Direct that was right after this. That gave a little bit more info about both of these. So you can go check that out. It was like 16 minutes longer. So get a little bit more info on both of them. Then after that, they announced Fitness Boxing 2 Rhythm and Exercise is coming December 4th.
Yeah.
Disgaea 6 is Defiance of Destiny is coming exclusively to the Nintendo Switch on September 2020 or 2021. So Disgaea fans, this is a huge series. I'm sure are super pumped. If you were watching this podcast on launch day on the 23rd, this weekend, if you're a Nintendo Online member, you can play Disgaea 5 complete for free for the weekend. After that, they showed off Empire of Sin, which is like a gangster's tactical game.
Gangsters is absolutely. I said art immediately because I think I don't know if you and I played that game back in the day or where I played this game before. There's an old PC game called Gangsters.
I owned the game.
Yeah.
I might still own the PC just for that, or I may have thrown it out when I just moved. One of the two. But.
So yeah, I mean it's a almost like a real time strategy game where you just you're trying to own blocks and you collect your protection money from the different local people and stuff like that. It looked very cool.
Yeah, I mean the old one, you extorted businesses for protection, and then you had to protect them if another mob showed up to start some shit. And
then you start your own business, your own shady businesses have different, and some of those storefronts would become like storefronts for what you have going on in the back, and it was very interesting. So it felt like that a lot.
Yeah,
this seems like the evolution of that with like an actual story.
Yeah,
cool.
As opposed to just get money.
Yeah.
Just gangsters.
Get that green.
It just did a pre-order now. They didn't say any date or anything like that, so I'm sure it's coming soon. Yeah. I'm sure it's coming by the end of the year.
It's also coming out on everything. You can play it on PlayStation, Xbox, all that.
Yep. That's the thing about these partner showcases. You can pretty much guarantee almost all of these.
Unless
like Monster Hunter not.
Yeah, unless they're explicitly saying it's not.
Right, exactly. Most of the time, they're everywhere. After that, Sniper Elite 4 is making its way to the Switch.
Cool.
Coming in holiday 2020. And then, let's see.
It's a new one, or the one that came out like a couple of years ago?
The one that came out a couple of years ago.
Where you can shoot people in the testicle?
Yeah. Yes.
Just go shoot Hitler in the testicle.
Hitler's in the third one. You kill him in the end of the third one.
Really? It was in the fourth one.
Spoiler alert. For Sniper Elite games I've never played. Anyway.
So then after that, they showed off a quick little thing for a game called The Long Dark. It's available now. This is one of the shadow drops. So it's like a first-person survivor game. Kind of a cool art style to it. Yeah. But if you're into like those survival type games, you'll probably enjoy it. Then they showed off a trailer for PGA Tour 2K21 because a physical edition is coming out on September 25th. I guess you can buy it digitally now, but physical will be coming out soon. Then we got a new trailer for Hades. That's the supermassive roguelike dungeon crawler. It is available now on the Nintendo Switch, and everyone's raving about it.
People love it.
Raving about it. I'm waiting for that to go on sale. When that goes on sale, I'll grab it.
I'm waiting for.
I think it's like $30. I don't
know. I'm waiting for it to stop being a roguelike. When it stops being a roguelike, I'll be interested.
If it's a dungeon crawler, I'm all in. I agree with you.
I love those games.
It looks so cool.
I've played Transistor this year, which I loved. Bastion's one of my favorite games. Yeah. So it's just like, that's not what I want.
Yeah. Then we got a brand new trailer for that Balan Wonderful World.
Which, by the way, is also coming out to a bunch of different stuff.
Everything.
I thought it was only on the Switch. They made such a big deal about it on the last one.
Yep. Nope. This is on everything. Yeah. And it's coming March 26th, which is great. It's great that we have a date for this. This is going to be very interesting to see. I'm very curious because what's his name? The creator of Sonic and the guys are the ones that were working on this.
Right.
Was it Sonic or was it something else? Oh shit! I think
it's Knights.
Something else. Knights. Thank you, Knights. Thank you. I knew it was something. But
Sega.
That's right, Sega in Japanese. But it looks cool. It looks fun. Honestly, it does look like a lot of fun.
I would love to play a modern 3D platformer game that doesn't star Mario. That's really good. Because I mean, usually all the ones that come out like A Hat in Time and things like that, they're kind of lacking and here and there, ukulele and stuff like that are all okay. But like, I would love to play a really good version of a modern game, but not with Mario.
You should. I mean, you got Game Pass. You should try Super Lucky's Tale. Yeah, Super Lucky's Tale is fun. And then I'm looking forward to Sackboy.
That looks good too.
That looks good. But yeah, so coming out for everything. And then after that, we got a trailer for Rune Factory 5. There's a big cult following for this game. They said it was coming in 2021. And then after that we got the one more thing we got left. And man, I thought this would eventually come to Switch, but then Microsoft kind of made a comment saying like, "No, we're done with that." But I guess not. Ori and the Will of the Wisps came out on the Nintendo Switch that day that came out, and they had a collector's edition. I don't know if you can still pre-order.
Oh my
or not.
goodness,
it's awesome.
Yeah,
it's really cool. You get the physical edition of both of the Ori games, and some other stuff in this like nice. The box opens up like this, and it's like you get some art cards, and it's gorgeous. If you're an Ori fan, you're gonna want this.
Really
I don't know
cool.
if it's sold out. I forgot to go look. It's through I am
8-bit. When I saw what they showed at the end of the trailer, and the very bottom it shows I am 8-bit. I'm like, what the hell are they doing there? They're doing something really cool. I mean, I don't know if anyone who has played this game yet. I haven't heard anything about it because I mean it is like an older game at this point. It came out this year, but it ran like crap on my Xbox One launch system, so I don't know how it's gonna run on the Switch.
They seem like they optimized like the first Ori very well too. Like they say that ran really well, so I'm assuming they optimized it pretty well. I don't know, but I would say Will of the Wisps. I started playing it, but then when they announced the 120, I was like, well, I'm gonna wait for my Series X.
That's good.
You can still pre-order it.
Oh, you can.
There you go.
It's $150.
150. That's what I thought. It's a little pricey, but like I said,
it's really cool.
It is really nice. It is really nice.
I don't know if I can buy another special edition of a game I've already bought.
Oh yeah.
I only do one of those a year.
Yeah. I hear.
Okay.
It's been spent.
We're ready to get into the big boys.
Let's do it. PlayStation 5 Showcase.
PlayStation 5 Showcase.
Woo.
The one we've all been waiting for.
Yes.
All right.
About fucking time.
About
fucking time.
Guys, it's September, and we finally know when they're coming out, and we have prices.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God. We'll get into that in a minute because I got some words about that.
Yes, many words. All right, come on, let's get the good stuff out.
Okay,
Showcase.
so let's get to the good stuff. All right.
Before we get to the bad stuff.
Yeah. All right. I would like to say I love the presentation of this showcase.
Oh yeah, me too.
I love so this was very similar to the first PS5 showcase where they had these crazy abstract things with the symbols and stuff in between the videos and stuff. I just think it's kind of neat. It's a very good presentation.
Yeah, I think when they were doing the state of plays, they were definitely aping the directs from Nintendo, like pretty hardcore. Showing like the line of everything. Like this is kind of more of like their own thing and feels that way. You know, I liked it a lot too.
Yeah, hopefully they keep this trend going forward here. Okay. This is all right. So we kick things off with what everyone was speculating and ended up being true. The trailer for Final Fantasy 16.
Holy moly!
Oh my God! I'm so pumped. I'm so excited. It looks great. It looks fantastic. It's going back to kind of the medieval days.
Yep.
Which is awesome. So it kind of has a good 12 and 9.
I'm gonna say they almost didn't they reference something kind of that was like 9 wasn't it? Yeah, I don't.
So
I mean,
there's people have been like speculating things.
Yeah.
And so like, but then it also has kind of like the vibe of 15 because you kind of saw your guy like warping around, kind of like how you do in 15. But then it also kind of feels like an action RPG with remake.
okay.
It kind of felt like that is like the combat from 7 remake. So we'll see. I think it looks great.
If you want to make it, an amalgamation of a bunch of really awesome stuff put all in one game, I'm all for that.
Right. All right, hold on. Hopefully this won't hurt your ears. I'm going to try resetting my mic really quick.
Oh no, something bad happening?
Check. That's better.
All right, cool.
I don't know what's going on with this. It's either the mic. I think it might be.
Might be due from new mics.
Might be.
It's been almost 4 years.
Yeah.
It's been a minute.
Yeah, because oh my God,
it's been like
it's clear. It's
230
totally
hours ish of recording.
Yeah.
Maybe closer to 250.
Oh yeah, there we go. That's way better. I can see the numbers.
What's the
So Final Fantasy 16 is then it showed up on the screen, PlayStation exclusive, also coming to PC.
Well, no, it's gonna be great when it comes to PC and comes to Game Pass Ultimate. So Game Pass Ultimate on PC, but console exclusive to PlayStation 5. That'd be hilarious.
Although, if you watch the trailer after the showcase, because I watched all these again in 4K, because the thing's only 10. First of all, 4K, gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. At the end, it's a timed exclusive they excluded from the main showcase.
Any third-party game that is listed as a console exclusive is timed at this point.
Yeah.
I think that's a good. Yeah, I agree. I agree with you.
I assume it's going to be their standard year exclusive,
right.
And then they'll put it out on available on Xbox
Game of the Year
with
edition.
the Ultimate Edition or whatever the fuck they're going to call it.
Right. I just think it's shitty though. At the same time, that during the showcase, they show they're like, "Hey, look at this! It's all for us." But at the end, oh wait, it's just a time thing.
It was the same. I mean, it was the same. We're not talking about it yet, but the same with the Demon Souls thing. Like they had coming to PC, then they took the trailer down to take it out.
They actually took that out. I was like, because it's not that one. They're like, wait a minute, no, that's actually not coming to PC.
There's a bunch.
Oh, it's so weird.
No, let's get to the showcase.
All right.
So we can talk about it.
There needs to be some industry standards board that goes over this shit because
Agreed.
Xbox exclusive for now.
I agree. No, I agree both ways. It needs absolutely.
That's
100%.
like I said, at this point, I assume any third party, anything that's not from one of the first party studios, if they say exclusive, I'm assuming a year from now you'll be able to get it on the other platform.
Yep, that's good. Yep, that's good to do. So after that, we got a brand new trailer for Miles Morales with actually some legit gameplay.
Holy Lord. Yes.
I rewatched it in 4K.
Me too.
Oh my god.
There's so much happening.
Yes.
It felt very much so like Spider-Man. You know what I mean? The fighting and everything felt like the Spider-Man PlayStation 4 game. But they had the perfect music switch for Miles Morales. All the electricity effects and sparks and all that nighttime bridge rescue was so cool. Just the intermingle of all that fighting moments. They have those kind of quick time event type deals in between, and it felt actually dangerous scenes were happening. Oh man, that looks so good.
It does. It looks really, really good. So there, at the end of the trailer, they said holiday 2020.
Yep.
So your news you have is only about Xbox, right?
Yeah,
I think cause there's a lot that came out after.
Yeah,
there's
I think
ton.
as we go along, we should talk
about it. Okay,
yeah.
so we'll talk about. So let's talk about the Miles thing now.
Yeah.
Okay, so it has come out. So Miles Morales is a launch. Even though at the time it said holiday, it is a launch day title. Yeah. So it's coming out day one. There are two versions of this. Well, three actually. Yeah. So you got the PS4 version for $50. So it's still coming out on PS4, everyone. Correct. So if you got a PS4, you're still gonna be able to play it. $50 for PS5, and then a $70 version is the Ultimate Edition, which comes with the Spider-Man remastered.
Right, the PlayStation, the
PlayStation 4 game, but remastered for PlayStation 5
correct.
With all the ray tracing, all that good stuff. However, if you own the PlayStation 4 version, you cannot upgrade.
Correct.
This is the only way to get it. There is not even so as of right now, it's not even being sold separately.
Correct. It's not being sold separately. You can't upgrade the PlayStation 4 to the PlayStation 5 version of it. Your saves don't transfer either.
Nope.
So if you have everything unlocked in the PlayStation 4 version, you're starting from scratch with the PlayStation 5 version. Weird stuff.
I don't like that.
Completely new trophy list.
Completely new trophy list.
Sure. I don't like the fact that you can't buy it separately or
that's for now,
right now you can't buy it separately.
Why can't I? But it sounds like this isn't a massive new. It's not like a new build. It sounds like basically you're taking the PC settings of medium to high.
Yeah,
it's the way they keep talking about it. So it's I don't know why you wouldn't be able to upgrade.
I think they said they optimized it for the faster SSD and all that stuff too. So it's not just a graphical upgrade.
But why wouldn't why couldn't you why couldn't if you own the a smart delivery aspect of it, why couldn't you download the PS5 aspects to get those?
I don't know.
That's just the thing. That's just the thing that hit me. If you own the PS4 version.
No,
already.
totally. I don't. Yeah, it's one of the 100 different weird things we're gonna talk about today. But it's just
that's the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah,
as far as weird, questionable shit.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Okay, we'll see. I
will say I'm probably gonna buy the $70 version of that game just because then I'll have it on the PS5. So when my kid's old enough to play video games, he can play the first one.
Sure, that makes sense.
Because he likes the superheroes and stuff.
Oh yeah, no, that makes sense. Absolutely.
I don't think I'll ever go back and play the original one again.
See, and that's the thing. I don't think I'd want to go back and replant them and everything. So it's just I'm just gonna get the Miles.
I'm literally doing it just because the kid may want to play it someday. Yeah.
Well, then hopefully someday I can buy it for $5 on this store.
Well, it was the same thing when Modern Warfare Remastered came out. You can only get it with the Legacy collection. Yeah. Of
that's right.
Whatever, and then
that's right.
a little bit later on, they sold it separately.
That's right. That's right. Okay.
Call of Duty,
$40.
Call of Duty, Future Past, Modern Warfare,
Infinite. I think it actually was Infinite.
Was it Infinite or Advanced?
It was
It
Advanced.
was Infinite. No, it was no.
Right?
Advanced was the first one I played on a PlayStation 4, so it must have been Infinite.
Okay. I don't know.
It was one that I didn't play.
But the point is, Modern Warfare Remastered came out later on. It's
It was not the one with Kevin Spacey.
It was not. That was,
there you go.
ooh.
There you go.
Let's change.
All right, we'll
the
continue.
conversation.
So after that, we got
With Call of Duty, no.
we finally got officially the trailer for a game that's been rumored forever, Hogwarts.
Oh, yeah.
Legacy coming in 2021. So this is going to be the Hogwarts RPG. It has nothing to do with Harry Potter like
Because it happens
himself.
in the
like
1800s.
Right.
Yeah, 1800s wizard
Yep.
something.
Yeah.
So basically, you're gonna be creating your
Wand.
own character, you're gonna be your own wizard, going through Hogwarts and everything. I think it looks fun as hell.
Wand, spell,
I don't know.
cloak. I don't know.
I don't know jack about
Yeah.
Harry Potter. However,
Same.
my oldest was super excited.
Yeah.
I was like, after this whole thing, I was like, come in here. No, put the school away. Come over here.
Guess what? You're not touching my PlayStation 5.
So yeah, it looked,
Get a job.
That all being said, like I don't know jack about Harry Potter, but I like those kinds of games. You know, like
it looks like a blast.
I'm sure we
I'll
have
say-
much more enjoyment if I knew what I was looking at, though.
It looks great. Absolutely the farthest thing from my cup of tea.
Yeah, I can.
Did you get Karen to play it?
I mentioned it to her, like, thinking, like, hey, you can play it if you want. And she's like, eh.
Oh wow, okay.
I'm like, all right, well,
Fair enough.
fuck you too.
Yeah,
It's the last time I tried to show interest in your interest.
fair enough. So then after that, we got a whole new trailer and gameplay for Call of Duty Cold War. Cold War. It's coming holiday 2020, which is after the fact really was revealed as November 13th.
Correct.
And then the free alpha, as you said, was available that weekend. It's now over, so you missed out.
It's Call of Duty.
Download the alpha. Never played it.
Call of Duty.
That's basically what I was told. I was like, it's Call of Duty multiplayer.
Call of Duty.
Okay.
I enjoyed it.
Hey, I'm glad I didn't play it.
Then after that, we got a brand new trailer for Resident Evil 8 Village coming in 2021. This looks really crazy.
Yeah,
Like really nuts.
Man, it's like. They haven't like explicitly said like this, just like the place from Resident Evil 4, but it definitely is.
Yeah. The new merchant.
The
at
new
end.
merchant at the very end. That's what. What are you buying for the starting off?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm down for more Resident Evil. It's kind of weird coming off of like 2 and 3 remake to go back to that first person thing, but I really did like 7.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it just like tighten up that experience because again, 7 was the first 2/3 of that game, and everyone says this, and it's absolutely true. It's really great, and then you kind of go off the beaten path, and you kind of get out of the main house that you're in, and it just kind of is not great from there on out. So they're like kind of stay in the village and hit some like other big locations that were in like Resident Evil 4, like I think there's a monastery or a chapel or something like that. If they can kind of stick with like the bigger locations and have a lot of puzzles trying to get you moved around there, because that was the best part of 5. That was the best part of 7.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited for it.
I was hoping to get a little more firm date, but 2021.
Yeah,
Because they've been really good about that lately. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
That's
like
true.
they've been like, hey, January 2021.
Yeah,
like, holy shit, holy cow.
Yeah, both 2 and 3 were just like a couple months.
Yeah, you're right.
So, I mean, I could say this thing, but like the theory going around from a lot of people was that Sony's had this presentation like in the hopper waiting for Microsoft to announce their stuff for a while. So that's why they had like not final dates on everything.
Got it.
I
can see that.
I can see that because it's almost like exactly a week later.
Yeah.
From,
Yeah.
like,
Exactly a week later before Xbox pre-sales went
Right.
up.
correct.
And yeah, it's like you said, like, okay, it makes sense why there's like no firm dates on everything, and we got a bunch of news like 15 minutes after this
Right.
thing ended.
Yep.
100%.
So then after that, we got a brand new trailer for Deathloop.
Ooh,
so
man.
this is that Grindhouse type game from over at is it Arkane?
Yeah.
Is Arkane doing it, right?
One of the Arkane studios. I know which one.
Yeah. They announced it's coming out in quarter 2 of 2021. And then I believe this was the first time they revealed this. It is going to be a PlayStation exclusive.
I think that's been known for a while.
I don't
think they ever said that.
I feel like I was caught off guard by that news. Maybe I just didn't know it.
That was the thing. Yeah, because when that popped up on the screen, I was off guard. I was caught off guard.
Man.
I was like, whoa.
Man, every time I see the game, I'm like, man, I really want to play this game, but man, I don't know if it's gonna be good. Like,
I know.
I see it. I'm like, man, this game looks awesome. Look, it could be fun to play. I'm not playing against other people.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's my thing.
But,
That's
like-
my thing. If there was like a full if they announced that there's a full like single player like campaign doing that, I'm all in to play the campaign of this game because it looks great.
It looks. I mean, that's the whole idea of just like you're going through that loop every single day, and every single day you go through that loop, you learn some stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like figuring out how to get because you're looking for 8 different targets. Like you're trying to assassinate 8 targets. There's another assassin out there. That's another player that's trying to assassinate you.
Right.
But I don't know if that's like end game or like you start from the day over again or
Yeah.
exactly what are like because one of those things too. Like I don't know. I mean, I don't know, man. Like there's so many things there that just looks like so.
They announced back in June it was PlayStation
Okay.
exclusive.
Oh, I must have. I totally missed that. I totally missed that.
But like I feel like it's like the more and more that they show these games, like man, that's really cool. How you can like stop this discovery from happening in the morning, which puts these 2 guys late at night in the same
Yeah,
party.
right,
Like, it's just
right.
like, oh, it's so cool. Like I love that idea. I love that like you can find those different contextual clues and see how to like spin it in your favor, knowing that the same day is gonna happen again and again and again.
Yep.
Oh man, it's just if that was just like the game itself, like you said. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
But it's like, and every time they throw in that other assassin at the very end of all the trailer, be like, oh yeah, she's still there. So like, but I don't know if that's gonna put me back to the beginning. I don't know if that puts me like, I don't know. Like I said, there's still so much we don't really know about that game, but man, it looks so cool.
Yeah, I agree. So after that, we got a trailer for Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition. So you're gonna be able to play as Virgil in this, and then the typical special editions, adding shit and everything like that. Honestly, that was one of my favorite games from last year. I enjoyed that game a lot. It is coming. It'll be available digitally on PS5 at launch.
Correct.
So it's gonna be $40. Best Buy's already taken pre-orders for the PS5 and Xbox One versions or Xbox Series X versions.
Get it right because some people did not.
Some people did not. I know.
Sales spiked.
Well, now they're speculating though because of how much they spiked. If it was the bots, it was some bot that screwed up.
I really
actually.
hope it was.
That'd be amazing. It was like all of a sudden this guy gets like 100 101 X's.
I was able to order like a pallet full of Series X's.
And they're here tomorrow.
What?
Weird.
Oh my god, I'm getting them early. They messed up.
Wait a minute, they're only $350 each. Oh, goodness.
Huge pricing error on Amazon.
Oh,
Yeah.
that.
So after that, we got a couple of random trailers here. Oddworld Soulstorm. They showed that off again. If you're in the Oddworld games, I'm sure it'll be great. Visually, it'll look pretty. And after that, another Five Nights at Freddy's is coming out. Friday Night at Freddy's Security Breach.
Like, man, this looks cool. It was cool. Ah, it's a damn bear.
Oh, I was
damn
like,
it.
right before they showed it, I was like, oh wait a minute, I think I know what this is. I was like, oh
really?
damn it!
I had
I'm
no
like,
idea.
because it just I started getting that vibe from it. I was like, oh no.
Ooh, interesting. Oh.
Yeah, exactly.
That's exactly. Yep, exactly. Because Friday Night at Freddy's sucks. Change my mind. Where's that meme? Change my mind. After that, we got something we've all been kind of waiting just to see. We pretty much got like kind of a little bit of a walkthrough of Demon's Souls. Oh my god, it is
Super
pretty.
pretty.
I won't play it, but super pretty.
I don't know if I'll play it or not. I feel like I might, especially because PlayStation 5 hype will be so high. I'd be like, I'll
sure,
get one more game.
Sure.
But yeah, I mean, it was beautiful. The transition between levels. I don't know if you ever
Seamless.
Have you seen those beforehand? How long that takes? That was like the thing of the game. Like it would take you forever to get from like room to room to room.
Yep.
But that's all gone.
Instant.
And then the guy died at the end. It was perfect. It was like
I thought
was
the
a
same
perfect demo.
thing.
It was an
It was
accurate real world representation.
There you go. He's going through ripping people apart with one
I was
hit.
like,
and
yeah,
I'm
this
just
is
like,
way too easy.
what is happening here? I'm like, this isn't Demon Souls. Like, wait, what's going on? And then, yeah, when he got destroyed by the boss, I was like, oh, thank God. I was like, good. You're not trying to trick me into buying this.
Oh, it's the easy one.
I'll say, if they made it easier, they would alienate the entire fan base that
Oh,
loves that
absolutely.
series.
Absolutely. Well, someone, what was I watching? Oh, I was watching Easy Allies reactions, and I think it was Dominati who was like, "Oh, are they teasing an easy mode?" And then I think Brad was the one. He was like, "Stop it, Dominati! No, shut up now. They're not." But yeah, it looked fantastic. No date or anything on it though. We'll get.
Okay, yes.
Should we get to that?
Yeah,
All
I mean,
right.
we're doing it as we go along. So
That's
yeah,
right.
It's a launch game.
It's a launch game. Holy shit, that's crazy. That's nuts.
That's
And it's $70.
Well, okay. So, I mean, we already talked about Miles Morales is 50. So it sounds like that 50, 60, 70 range
Yep.
is going to be kind of where it's at.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, it seems like So Miles Morales is $50. So that's what would have been $40, like for Lost Legacy.
Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah, Ratchet and Clank. So that's $50 now. The full price $60 game is $70. I think I said before, like if that's the pricing that we're going with this generation, fine.
Oh, absolutely.
Someone fucking communicate that though.
Well, I agree.
Instead of having one-off publisher here, they announce it and they just look like the greedy assholes.
Well, that's how 2K and Activision looked for a while.
Right.
Yeah.
I was because that's the thing. Because I mean, there's a variety. Because it wasn't. They didn't show it off here, but we mentioned Sackboy. Sackboy is another launch title, and that's 60. That one's 60.
Is it 60 or that was like a weird number. That was like 55 or
no,
something.
it was 60. Yeah, it's I pre-ordered it. It's 60.
You would know.
So that one's like the in between there. So it's like okay.
You don't need to pre-order when you buy everything digital.
We'll get into how the pre-orders looked in a minute. We're not there yet.
All right. So after that, we got a quick trailer for Fortnite. Woo!
It's coming.
All right, it's coming to
Who would've thought
on launch
the
day.
most popular game.
On launch day. Oh boy. I mean, considering they just released
System seller.
Yeah, right.
System seller.
Considering they just released the ray tracing patch on PC, I'm sure that's coming too. So, okay. And then after that, they announced something where we thought was going to be like, it's called the PlayStation Plus Collection.
Yeah.
So as they're showing it, I was like, oh my god, is this their answer to Game Pass? Not quite. Kind of, but not quite. So we are if you are a PlayStation Plus member at launch of the PS5,
Yep.
you are going to be able to download and play these games from the PS4
On the
era
PS5.
on the PS5. Okay, so the games included in this are Batman: Arkham Knight, Battlefield 1, Bloodborne, Days Gone, Detroit: Become Human, Fallout 4, Final Fantasy 15, God of War, Infamous Second Son, The Last Guardian, The Last of Us Remastered, Monster Hunter World, Mortal Kombat 10, Persona 5, Ratchet and Clank, Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, Uncharted 4 A Thief's End, and Until Dawn. And it's their basic versions of all their games. Like Final Fantasy 15,
Game of the Year, no
you're
DLC.
not getting the
Okay.
Royal Edition.
Okay.
Like Resident Evil 7, you're not getting the Gold Edition.
Did you have
It's the
Persona
base.
in there?
Yes,
Yeah.
Persona
Yeah.
5, you're not
Base.
getting the Royal
Right.
Edition. You're getting the base of these. But you're going to be able to download all these games and play them day one on your PS5.
This is one of those things like they announced that and they just kind of like left it. Like, is this going to be like a normal like PlayStation Plus thing? Like I have 90 days to claim these if I want to get them later. Are they permanently going to be on the store? I mean, it would be safe to assume the first party stuff could permanently be there, but third party stuff could be gone at some point, i.e. Fallout.
Claim it all. That's always been my thing.
yeah.
That's always been my thing with PlayStation Plus.
Oh, so-
Always claim it.
I would say like this month it's Street Fighter and something else. Like
and PUBG.
I'm never gonna fucking play these. Claim.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
I mean, those are amazing games.
Yeah.
They're a great list of games. I don't know if there's one on there that I
Oh
haven't played that I plan on playing though. You know what I mean? Like that's
Right.
the thing. Like, I mean, we're also kind of a little bit different than a normal person. Someone out there is jumping into a PlayStation 5
right.
when they didn't have a PlayStation 4,
Sure.
and that is just like
If you get a
almost
Plus,
all the bangers
this is
from
huge.
from the last generation.
Yeah. As for me, I mean, the only one here that I didn't play that I was curious about was The Last Guardian.
Let me see
So,
this again.
I mean, so that's for me. I mean, at least I'll definitely probably download that day one. Honestly,
Didn't play Fallout 4.
I'm
And I think Monster Hunter didn't play Monster Hunter.
Mm.
Persona 5 didn't play Persona 5. And that's literally it. Those are the only three games I didn't play on that list. But again, I don't know if we're probably in the middle of that, honestly. I'm sure people who played them all, I'm sure people who played none of them who are going from Xbox to PlayStation 5 for the first time or whatever it may be.
good. Right.
Yeah, I mean, that's great. That's a bunch of super amazing games.
Yeah.
It's not Game Pass with 100 plus games and
Right.
things like that, but like in terms of quality, those are some really great quality games.
I'll say what is it like 20 games?
A little bit less than that. I think it's like 15.
18.
I mean,
I was close without going over.
that's a hell of. I mean, State didn't guess, but He went with $1. I know these carnias work. Okay? There's a long text message thread yesterday about how they work.
This is why I did not want to respond, because I knew everyone was going to be like, I was just defending because it's my brother.
I mean, like, whether they plan on trying to compete with Game Pass, that's a hell of a start.
Oh yeah.
Oh, for sure. No, it's great. I mean, this is fantastic. I mean, this is a good thing still.
It's free.
And it's not costing you anything more than you're already paying. So
Right. I mean, if you already play, even if you're not playing for PlayStation Plus, and you're getting PS5 for the first time, just sign up. Boom. There you go. Look at that. I mean, that's.
awesome. Usually the new console comes with like a month free or something.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. Yeah.
Or whatever, a week free. I mean, get in there and
Get it.
plow through a game in a week.
Yeah. Exactly. So cool. Very cool thing. So then after that, we got what everyone's been waiting for. So we suspected we were going to get price and date. Well, guess what? We got price and date.
Yeah, price and date.
So the PS5 physical edition is $500. The digital edition is $400. It is coming out on November 12th in the U.S., Japan, Canada, Mexico, Australia, New Zealand, and South Korea, and the rest of the world on November 19th, except for China.
So you guys will go through
It's funny because the place where it's built is not getting
called?
I forgot what it said at the bottom.
Yeah, there's got to go through like
some censorship review or something.
yeah, some review. I think reviews are the right word. It's got to go
Yeah.
through some kind of
Governmental
review
review or
Yeah,
something.
Yep.
So yeah,
And
there it
also
is.
they'll announce a date for China later.
So the same price as the Series X, $500.
Yep.
The discless version, which is the same thing as a PS5 without a disc drive, is $400, which is kind of weird.
That doesn't seem right.
But it's also like, I don't know. It's kind of weird because like we're going to talk about the Xbox Series S. I don't know if we're going to talk about it in some other point, but like the Series S doesn't even do like X enhancements.
Right.
So like it's not even as powerful as the One X was. It was more powerful.
Well,
it's more powerful with less lower res and doesn't have the.
Well, this is where it gets confusing because it doesn't have the 4K. This is why it doesn't do the X, is because it doesn't support 4K.
Native 4K.
Right,
Okay.
native 4K, because it goes only up to 1440p. So
Right.
that's why it doesn't get the X enhancement.
Right.
But it gets the frame rate enhancements though. Like every game is getting frame rate enhancements. It's getting the auto HDR added onto it, so it's still going to be better than on your S. Like you're still going to get like. It's not, and that's where like it's confusing. But
It's
like,
murky. The whole thing's
but
murky.
once these start getting into people's hands and like Digital Foundry, starts showing you
They just got
shit,
theirs, by the way.
you're gonna understand better like, what's happening between these systems.
Yeah, I don't understand how a disc drive's $100 nowadays.
That's crazy. Like,
But, I mean,
I know
it's
it's a 4K, but still, like I don't know.
Yeah, it seems a bit much for something that they surely bought in massive bulk at bulk
But
rates.
also understanding, I think that they're selling every single one at a loss already.
Absolutely.
So here's another thing, which this is kind of skewing into pre-order talk, but the digital edition of the PS4 and the Series S were both in super low quantities available.
Insane low qualities. Yeah.
Almost to the point that people are starting to think that the only reason those exist is so that the companies can say, get next gen at $300, get next gen for $400.
Yep.
I mean, I can see that. And like, if I'm Amazon, Best Buy, Walmart, Target, why the hell am I selling anything with a disc drive on it?
Well, right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Agreed.
Yeah.
But I don't know why Microsoft Store isn't selling them. I don't know why, PlayStation has.
They finally did, but
Okay.
yeah, but it was later. They finally put them up. Yeah,
Okay.
which was weird.
Yeah, I mean, if first party Microsoft Store and Sony's storefront wants to sell them, cool.
right,
But like, if I was like Walmart, Target, I'd be like, no, get this out of here. This is
right,
you don't make any money on the console.
You're trying to put part of me out of business.
Yeah, exactly.
right,
If you're GameStop, I'm the manager at the front of the store with a shotgun and chasing the delivery driver away.
right, exactly.
Get that trash out of
You
here.
take that discless crap somewhere else.
That's right.
I think the other thing I think is with the price point, it creates like 3 separate target groups of consumers now. Because before it was like with Xbox, it was you want the best you can get. You want to get the next gen at a low price point. Now it's like the PS5 and the Series X. You want the top of the line model for that vendor. The $400 discless model, it's like you want next gen for a little bit less. And the Series S is like, you want a console that can play all the games. It may not do it the best, but you can play all the games.
Yeah.
For maybe your more casual gamer or, a family that's just getting a console in their house. So it's, still more that what we were talking about before with like the two companies are they reached here like at the end of the last generation and they're going this way.
Oh yeah.
No, yeah.
But I think it's really interesting because, when mom or dad goes out to buy the video game console for the kids for Christmas, they have a decision to make. And I mean, how much information is out there for them to make that decision if your kid doesn't already have a PlayStation or Xbox device?
I feel it's like it's going to come down to what the kid calls it. Like, are you playing?
Yeah.
Are you going to go? I'm going over to my friends play Xbox.
Yeah,
Go to my friends play PlayStation.
Going to Billy's play Xbox.
Yeah, right. Yep.
But there's one more thing.
Okay, so there was one more thing to show off.
An actual one more thing to actually show off.
And there actually was one more
kinda.
thing that didn't really show off. But so a logo came on the screen of God of War. Ragnarok is coming, supposedly in 2021.
I'll believe that when I see it.
Agreed. And is it a full-fledged game? Is it another Miles Morales thing?
Yep.
If it's another Miles Morales thing, I can see 2021.
Well, I mean, Sean Layton? I think what Sean Layton said. We got to figure out a new way to do AAA development because we're taking 6-7 years to put out a game just to maybe recoup our costs. So, like, The Lost Legacy was kind of like, the trial version of this, where Uncharted Lost Legacy was a shorter version, still super high quality and still a great game, but just not the full, 40-hour experience that Last of Us Part 2 was and things like that. So maybe, this, Miles Morales and then God of War Ragnarok is coming out now, and then 3 years after that is God of War 2. Don't know, because all we have is a logo,
That's
Kratos talking, and Ragnarok. And Ragnarok is coming. That's all we know. So,
I'm so pumped.
The very first thing I thought of though was because when Kratos was talking about like you need to prepare, like you need to, like he's talking to somebody,
right?
Like, you need to prepare. I was figuring he's talking to Atreus.
Oh yeah, yes.
Is this an Atreus game?
That could be interesting. That could be cool.
I would hate that because I want to play more God of War. But,
well, yeah, that could be very interesting.
But to me,
though.
I was like, is he? Are we prepping up Atreus here to like
right?
To take the next step in this thing, or how's that going to go? I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of things at the end of playing God of War as well.
We still can't talk about because of art. So
correct. So there's a lot of things at the end of
you
God
can
of War.
download on your PS5 day one now.
Now I can sell the physical copy.
And you can still not play it.
Yeah, there it is again. But hey, cool. God of War.
But yeah, that was. I mean, that's pretty massive to end with that. Like that's a true one. We have one more thing, not like Ubisoft. That's a one more thing. So that was it. So then after the conference was over, Jeff Keighley,
unofficial Sony spokesman, Jeff Keighley.
Oh my God, he's the one that actually informed us of more information that Sony decided not to.
All the information,
but
all the information.
But he was wrong about the pre-order thing, though.
Well,
he wasn't.
Well, no, technically he wasn't.
He wasn't.
Well, he was wrong to begin with, though. His first tweet was like, "Pre-order start tomorrow."
Well, yes.
Yeah, that's what Sony told him.
That's what Sony told him.
And then he was still wrong.
And then he tweeted like within 10 minutes
Walmart
later.
said, "Fuck you."
Yeah.
he tweeted 10 minutes later. Some retailers may start posting tonight.
Yeah, he did. He's like, I'm not sure, but it sounds like it's looking like some might.
And then all of a sudden, Walmart broke the fucking street date, and all hell broke loose.
Yep. That was hell.
Oh, I was built for this.
I was saying, Art bought many.
Yeah,
I had the chance to buy 3 myself. I mean, I only bought 1 because I don't want to deal with all that stuff. I got my 1. I wanted it. I got it, and I was done. Like, but I could have bought 1 from Sam's Club. I could have bought 1 from Best Buy. And I did buy mine from Amazon. So it was like I had multiple chats in the anarchy that was going on because
right.
it was straight up just
it was. Oh God, it's live here! Go!
Explosion.
Oh God,
like,
go!
Yeah, exactly. It's like,
listen,
is it fries?
So as Mike said, I got multiple, and I'm not doing it to be a selfish asshole or scalp them or anything. I buy them because Walmart is notorious for canceling their pre-orders.
That's why I bought a second.
That was the first place I got a pre-order
Same
from.
Here.
I already have one friend lined up who didn't get one, so I'll sell it to them at cost. And the other ones I have, if I don't have other friends that need them, I'll fucking return them to the store.
There you go. But yeah, it was one of those things that was just like, is it happening now? Oh my God, this place is already sold out. And then it's like, all right, let's open up the windows, let's hunker down, let's see what's happening here. And then everybody started going live, and literally like when Amazon, like I was just refreshing Twitter, Amazon Live, there it is, put it to cart, financing, checked out, done. Like it was seriously that easy.
No, absolutely. That's the thing. Like that's like same with art. Like the first one I grabbed was on Walmart, and I'm like, I don't trust this at all.
No.
I'm like, I gotta get this somewhere else. I have to, because I mean, it still hasn't been canceled, but I still don't trust it.
Right.
And then I was able to get one later from Target. So I was like, okay, good. I feel better about because they're usually better about that kind of thing. So I'm like, all right, I feel really good about my. And I was also able actually to get my my Pulse headset. As well through Target. So I was like, cool. So I'll get both of those together then. Which
is surprisingly only $100.
I was shocked. That's why I grabbed it. I was like, holy shit.
Which has me asking all kinds of questions because their current platinum wireless headset is $150.
Correct.
Right.
And this thing is supposed to be fancy 3D audio, spatial sound, all this other stuff. How is it cheaper than the previous generation virtual surround sound headset? It doesn't add up.
I don't know.
We'll see. I will let you know.
I mean, we can talk about some of the accessories too. Like controllers went up. Controllers can be $70.
Yep.
70. $70.
The charging dock was 30 for the 2 controller charging dock. The camera was 60. Mm-hmm. The media remote was 25.
Yeah. The old camera still works though. If you have the PlayStation 4 one.
It does, but they will give you at a later date. They'll give you a free dongle, which I don't trust. So I actually pre-ordered one of the new cameras because I just don't trust that whole aspect. Because they still haven't said a fucking word about that either.
Add to the list.
Of course. So I'm just like, you know what? I don't trust this. Because then also too, when I go to sell my PS4 Pro, I can kind of bundle it together then, like because I'm going to bundle a lot of things with it.
I don't know what I'm going to do with my 4 Pro.
My Pro I'm going to sell. My 1X I'm going to keep to bring upstairs because the Xbox you gave me a few Christmases ago died a while ago. It doesn't work anymore. It won't even turn on. So we have no Blu-ray player upstairs right now. So it's like, oh, perfect. I'll keep that. Put that. Plus, there we go. I got a Game Pass box up there if I'm ever laying in bed and I can't sleep. And then, but my Pro, I have no reason to keep my Pro.
Yeah, I'm thinking that too. Just
no
because,
reason
I mean,
at
like,
all.
Especially if the games all do end up playing on the PlayStation.
And they
5.
said 99% of them are backwards compatible. I mean, I think they're just saying 99% because God forbid one of them doesn't work. Then they're well, we said 99%.
Yeah, right.
But they all should work.
Yeah, but I almost worry about the camera things. That means, I mean, the PSVR should still work.
They confirmed it will. They confirmed it will. Yeah,
but I mean, if you don't have a way to hook up the camera, then
right, yeah.
So like
that's why I got the new camera just to be safe on that aspect too.
I might think about it too. So we all got a PlayStation pre-order in.
Yes.
So what else?
So for everyone, 7 years from now, when this all happens again, Art's recipe of success.
Oh yes, there we go.
Have Twitter open.
Yep.
Yes.
Follow Wario64.
Yep. Oh my God, Wario was the best.
Go to a website called nowinstock.net. Set up alerts. Between those two things, I knew when every site went live.
Oh, they actually do that now because more are coming to pre-order.
Yeah. So those are the two things I relied on that told me when every website was live. I could have gotten more than I got. But at some point,
you're out of friends.
The wife is going to stop accepting my explanations and spending thousands of dollars in video games that you're not going to have for another month and a half.
Yeah.
In one night is not a good way to keep a happy house.
Agreed.
Although I will say none of my charges have gone through yet.
Yeah,
they're all pending, and then they're going to drop. It looks like before.
Most places charge as they ship. So
yeah,
Beth doesn't have access to those accounts.
There you go.
Karen doesn't either, but
but she knows.
But on November 12th, when 10 boxes
when she comes home and our front room looks like I robbed a goddamn Amazon truck. There's going to be questions and discussions.
Art, you got to please take a picture when you get through delivery.
And like, I can't even imagine how big the boxes are going to be because like the console itself is gigantic.
Oh yeah.
I was I posted up on Twitter I think it was last week after the Series X stuff came out. I was just like, man, I'm so excited. I'm actually measuring,
TV stand space.
No, the TV spaces. Like, where's it gonna go? So I found like this.
You're gonna have to get like a saw and knock out some of those.
The PlayStation 5 one's gigantic.
It is ridiculous.
It does fit in most of the things. It doesn't fit in any of them vertically. It's just not gonna happen.
No.
So I'm gonna have to lay it down horizontally.
Yep.
and like it only fits in like 2 of them, and that involves a bunch of rearranging. So like it's gonna be a thing. And dude, the Xbox Series X is literally like 1/10 of an inch too big to fit in like perfect little side slot I have.
Damn.
Oh well.
If it's that close, you don't want to do it anyway.
Well,
Exactly.
you need that. You need that.
You need that airspace.
But so you're getting the camera as well. Did you get anything else pre-ordered?
Nope.
What games are you guys getting?
I pre-ordered Miles, the
Okay.
$50, just the Miles, and then Sackboy.
So Amazon has a bunch of games for $50 right now. Like if you pre-order the game, so I get Miles Morales is just $50. That's what it is. But I also pre-ordered Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which has the free. You get the PS4 version.
Get the free upgrade.
PS4 version with the free upgrade to PS5. That's also $50, and I bought Cyberpunk for PS4 as well, which is going to ultimately have a free upgrade later on.
Right.
But it's also $50 right now.
Oh,
So I got all
nice.
3 of those games for $50 a pop.
See, that's I have Cyberpunk reserved from back before my GCU expired, but
As do I.
Yeah, but I'm still. I keep going back and forth about keeping it though, just because it's like I kind of don't want to play it until that Series X patches out. You
I
know what mean?
pre-ordered for PC.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. You're good there. But
What's
What
up?
kind of gaming podcast is this?
did you get a 3080 as well?
I did not. That was even more of a
That was
clusterfuck
hell.
than PlayStation.
Yeah, I was saying the 3080 pre-orders were ridiculous.
That was bad. The Quest 2, I guess, was bad too.
Oh no, the Quest 2 was easy.
Oh, was it?
I got like 3 of them, but then I canceled them all because I was like,
I was misinformed.
Well, I had a couple of friends that have had they have Quest as well.
Okay.
But we after some reviews came out, we all of us agreed, kind of like, no, we don't. It's not worth the upgrade from what we have now.
Yeah.
It maybe down the line it'll be worth it because like right now
Maybe down the line, someone not owned by Facebook will make something like
well
that.
maybe too, yeah. I would love I wish HTC would just do like something like this.
Yeah.
Like that'd be great.
So did you end up getting any games or?
No.
No.
All digital, baby.
Okay, well, what's your plan then?
I'll get the Miles Morales Ultimate Edition.
So you got a digital system reserved?
No, I got a disc one.
Oh, you got a disc one still? Okay.
I got the disc one more so because I want the 4K Blu-ray player.
Got it. Yeah,
Okay.
makes sense.
Because right now, that's the only reason I have my Xbox One X.
Sure.
Like, I barely ever play games in that thing. I
Yeah.
just have it for my UHD Blu-rays.
Cool.
The second I'm done with Tell Me Why, which I did start today, I didn't talk about it because it was an hour.
Yeah.
I'm going to sell my
Yeah.
Xbox One for
good
all
idea.
$50. I'm going to get for that original thing at this point, but
Yeah.
it's plus. I cleaned it off today. That's why I hyped it up. I'm cleaning hard drive spaces off of the things. I took all the
Nice.
games and everything, put it on the external hard drive
Yep,
attached
there
to
you go.
it. I just have Tell Me Why in the system right now. So if the second I finish it, I can wipe it clean and be done.
Let's see. I'll probably get Sackboy just because it looks like a good 3D platform.
It does. It looks really good.
I'll have Rainbow Six to eat up all my time.
Of course.
I'm not getting Demon Souls just because as nice as it looks, I know I will try it for an hour, get frustrated, and never touch it again.
Same here. Same here.
That's my plan for right now.
Okay.
I haven't really looked at too much of the third-party stuff coming with the upgrades. We'll see.
The best games, Valhalla, Cyberpunk that's later on, Avengers is doing it. You kind of, I don't know. Call of Duty kind of is, kind of not, because you have the $60 version now, but you can't get upgraded. But it's $70. It's $70 for the PlayStation 5 version, or $70 for the PlayStation 4 version to upgrade to PlayStation 5, which is the same. Whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is free.
But like that one, I'm not going to get it at launch. I'll wait for a Black Friday or something price drop on that and get it for $30 just to play through the campaign, because the campaign looks like a fucking Michael Bay
It looks
movie.
bonkers. Yeah.
It looks insane. It does. It does look
it's
insane.
like Michael Bay did a
Plus, it's like
Fast and Furious.
plus it's like alternate history, which is one of my favorite things.
Yeah, it's very cool.
when done right.
Oh, for sure.
Hello, Wolfenstein.
Oh, yeah. That's for sure.
All right. So
So you're going Assassin's Creed and Cyberpunk on PlayStation, huh?
I am.
Oh.
It was before I decided I was going to buy a Series X.
Got it. Fair enough. Fair enough.
May have to reevaluate these
I got you.
decisions.
I
Just
got you.
pre-orders. I don't know if Xbox has the same $50 deal. Because I was thinking about the two. It's just like, honestly, I barely play my Xbox as it is too, unless it's something that's on Game Pass. Like that's like, it's not like my Game Pass machine. I'm just so entrenched with like trophies and everything else on my PlayStation.
I got you.
But I'm also gonna have to have more cognizant, decisions when it comes to like hard drive space. So like I really don't know if I could have everything on one system. Like
Right, yeah.
You might have to play on both systems just for
right.
for disk economy.
Yeah.
for real. So I don't know. Like if I were to do one, I think I would probably if I were to switch one, I think I probably would switch Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Because
That's probably a good idea.
yeah, because
I just have that gut feeling that's gonna be a really good idea to switch
I think so
that one.
too. So
Because Assassin's Creed, there'll probably be a little bit of a difference, but not like huge. Like I have a feeling between
the
the
other
two.
reason-
Assassin's Creed is $50 for Xbox. Also
Alright,
on
cool.
Amazon.
Oh, there you go.
So like another thing too is just like button prompts and things like that. Like
Sure.
I struggle with it. I do struggle with Xbox.
Sure,
I'm just so
sure.
ingrained with Sony as well.
You
So-
should see when I go to Switch.
Oh,
That really fucks me
yeah,
up. Oh my god.
I have no idea what those buttons do. So like yeah, I mean it's one of those things where it's just like man I don't know. Part of me is just like just stick with what you know and it's gonna be fine.
I got
So,
what
like,
you're saying.
Cyberpunk also 50.
Oh, there you go.
why you doing that?
You have so many options.
I know.
You just need to figure out how you're gonna ration your disk space now.
I know.
You can do Assassin. You should switch Cyberpunk.
I
just have that feeling.
I'm thinking
Especially if it's the fifth. If
also
it's the
because,
same.
Like, I have other things I do definitely want to play on my PlayStation, and Game Pass could sustain me until the
Sure.
the-
Absolutely.
on the new Xbox until something the Cyberpunk.
Well, I think there's a lot of things
upgrade comes
on Game Pass that are going to get hugely upgraded right away.
So
I mean,
okay, so that was that,
yeah.
and then Microsoft said it was the 22nd, which was yesterday.
2 days. Oh yeah. Well,
Two days ago.
It was
Almost 2
just
days
yesterday
ago.
for us.
Yeah.
3 days ago for the recording.
Yeah.
Holy shit! It was just yesterday.
So
It feels
two,
like
I know two completely different strategies. Our PlayStation was just like
I was stressed.
now-ish. I don't know.
Yeah.
No, PlayStation's like tomorrow.
And Walmart's like, "Fuck you."
Yeah. Fuck you, already gone by.
That was kind of their tweet. I don't know. Did you guys ever see their official tweet? It was
No.
just like, we know you hate waiting. So do we. Go pre-order PS5 now. Like that was their tweet, pretty much.
So and then but Xbox was doing like, all right, we're gonna do it this date and this time.
Oh my god.
So how'd that work for everybody?
Do you want to know how to get your consumers to DDoS your websites?
Oh,
That was so
Tell-
stressful.
Millions of people exactly what time you want them to hit all your consumer websites, which are not designed to handle that much traffic. Shopping websites are designed to be up 24/7, 365, and maybe handle a spike on Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Not really designed to handle directing all your customers rapidly pressing F5 at a specified date and time.
woof.
That was so stressful.
Websites.
I was yelling at my.
going down.
I had 4 tabs open, 4 different retailers.
So I'm gonna spoil this here. I didn't get a chance to pre-order one because I put my eggs in the basket. I was like, all right, I'm gonna go. Best Buy is doing the all access, and I refresh. Coming soon. Refresh. Coming soon.
Get started.
Yeah, it's yellow. Okay, sorry. Put it. Oh, it failed. All right. Well, okay. And that was it. That was I saw
It
yellow
never
once.
went. Yep. Nope. Mm-mm.
Once, and it was an error, and it never popped up. So the only I don't think they did. Who did did anyone do all access outside of Microsoft's store itself?
So I tried. So Walmart finally I hit their all access page up. It finally went live. Like the minute I hit refresh, like I kept hitting refresh on that one, and boom, there was the Series X. Like awesome. I clicked on it. Now here's the thing, because Best Buy's went up later than that for the all access.
Okay, and then I never saw it.
Yeah, Xboxes went up later than that one. So when I clicked on the one for Walmart, it brought me to the Citizens one, which is the bank you go through to get the all access, and the Citizens one page said, due to high demand, the all access bundle has been sold out.
Well, so here's the other thing. This is already like, a giant clusterfuck, and everyone's racing to get their, grab their cheap TV out of the pile on Black Friday and get out of the store.
Right.
Add on top of that a process where you have to go through a credit application and a credit check before you get approved to complete your purchase. All access was screwed from the start.
Yeah, I didn't think of it like that, but that makes so much sense now.
And also too.
And I said stores aren't ready for that kind of traffic. Banks are never ready for that kind of traffic.
No, absolutely not. And also too, it was just like, in the fact that they were saying like, oh, we're sold out of all access bundles already. I was like, okay, GameStop and Best Buy haven't even put up their all access yet, and you're saying that you're already sold out. Like, that's insane. Like, and not so much too, Microsoft was pushing this all access like crazy too. So it's like, okay, if you're pushing this all access, why aren't there more systems available then for the all access? Like, the all access was just a fucking shit show. So like, I kind of had a feeling, I was like, all right, if I can get a main system, I'm grabbing it. And then I'm going to keep trying for the all access. And if I get an all access, then I'll cancel the other one. It was kind of like the vibe I was.
I ultimately, I had an Amazon one in my cart. And then I was like, okay, because I didn't. Amazon did all access with the Xbox One X and S. They stopped doing it with this one, apparently, with the series, which I didn't know.
Which they changed. Yeah, they changed that in the last couple days before.
Correct, because
it went
Amazon
live.
used to be a list, and I was like, all right, cool, let's go through Amazon. So I was like, all right, and I have it in the cart. I switched back over real quick to see if anything on all access was there. It was not there. I went back to my cart, and it was gone.
Yeah.
So that was my one chance of maybe getting one.
Right.
So like outside of that, like I didn't have one in a cart at all. Outside of that, oh, I take that back. I had one other one in a cart for Sam's Club. Sam's Club is $50 in handling fees as well, though.
Oh Jesus, that's ridiculous.
Let me get that.
That's
hell
ridiculous.
I was like, why is my total $60
on top of the
$600?
shipping?
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh
no,
my god.
no, shipping was free. Handling was $50, which makes no sense.
You have a membership?
Oh my god.
Even with a membership, either way.
That's
Wow.
weird. That's weird.
So I was just like, that is
Nope.
nonsense. Nope. So yeah, so I had two tries at that. One of them was actually overpriced, and the other one just flat out failed on me.
I wasn't trying to get one. I did have the websites up because I wanted to see, can I just get one in my cart? I had Best Buy up, which Best Buy did not go up at the time.
No.
They said they were going
went
to
up. They went up a little after 11.
Amazon even later.
Yep.
And I had them up, and maybe Target or something. I don't know. I never even got one in my cart. I also
Target hit the pre-order button where you're clicking on it and nothing's happening.
I was also in the middle of a call for work, and like I said, I wasn't really trying to get one, so I wasn't nearly as invested as I was in the PS5 pre-orders. Yeah. So it was very much a half-hearted, let me just see if I can do this. I was never even going to go into the checkout process. I just want to see, can I get one in the cart?
Yeah, honestly, when I talked to people, I didn't know I was going to get one or not. I don't know. I just kind of want one. What the hell with it? I want one. So I'm going to get it. So, and I said, I don't have any kind of crazy Blu-ray stuff or anything like that. So I basically was on the low end of Microsoft this entire last generation. It's like, the hell with it. I'm going to get something nice.
Treat yourself.
I ain't going to treat myself.
Treat yourself.
So, however, Steak.
I wore my Xbox shirt that day that I'm wearing now.
He hasn't taken it off.
I'm not taking it off. I might be a little stinky.
He's going to wear it until they show up just to make sure.
But the Xbox gods blessed upon me. So I actually got one directly from Microsoft. Was my first one. It came up, and then you had to select that you wanted the 1 terabyte Series X. So I selected it, hit add to cart, and then it said it was added. And then, but it was doing the whole thing like every other store does. When you go to your cart, either the cart wouldn't load, or
check out. There was an error in the process.
There.
Check out. There was an error in the process.
Okay.
Check out. There was an error in the process.
So then I was like, okay, well, let me go back. And it's like, okay, cool. I got back to the page where I got to select what Xbox I wanted, and which is funny because at the time there was no Series S, so it was just the Series X, but you still had to click the button,
right?
And then so I kept it, so I would hit add to cart, and I was getting unexpected error. I was like, all right. Finally clicked it once. They're like, oh, you've already have the max amount in your cart. And I'm like, fuck you. What are you talking about? I'm like, all right, well, let me go click on my cart again. Click on my cart. Boom. I'm like, holy shit. Okay, you ain't lying. There it is. It actually loaded for this time. All right, there it is. Let me click checkout. And I'm like, oh, shit. I'm on the next page. I'm like, all right, that's not my address. That's my old address. Like, why? I've changed you to my default address to my current address, but why are you still... Your default that you're popping up is my old address. So I switched that, and then I just switched the credit card, and then I just switched the billing address. I was like, oh, dear God, please, this is going to screw me. I got through the whole process, checked out, got it. It was on the wrong card. I was like, oh, my God. No.
You're not doing this to me.
Okay, I'll make it work if I have to, but
right.
No. Thank God. So I went into my order history after the fact. So first of all, to confirm it actually went through, I go into my order history.
I did that on all the sites.
Yes. There it was. I was like, thank God. And one of the prompts changed my payment. Ooh. Yes, please. Got it on my credit card. I wanted to put it on.
Good.
Boom. Got it. Perfect. I'm like, all right. Whew. I feel good. At least I got one. Fine. All right. All access time. And that's when I started messing with the all access stuff. And then I saw it went up at Best Buy. I'm like, well, that's ideal for me because the 18 months no interest on my Best Buy card. That's ideal. So the first time, so as soon as it went up, was trying, got in my cart a couple times. Then I got to the same fucking spot I got on my PlayStation 5, where it was like continue to payment information. It kept spinning or
spinning
or
or give you whatever that red text
or that
was.
red text was like, oh, this is only temporary, like an error. Yeah,
try again in a couple
temporary.
minutes.
Right. And then eventually got to a point where it actually kicked me back to the cart and said it sold out. I was like, oh, all right. Oh well, I got one anyways. Who cares? So then I made some lunch. I came back. I looked on Twitter, and literally, I think it was Wario 30 seconds ago said, "Hey, Best Buy keeps going, like it's back up, but seems like it's going in and out. Keep trying." So I was like, okay. I loaded up. First time I loaded up, it said coming soon. Then I hit refresh, pre-order. I was like, oh okay.
Man.
So I kept clicking on it. I was getting it again due to high demand. We can't add it to the cart. I'm like, all right, well, I'm just gonna let me just keep going.
I'm on the clock for another 6 hours. I got nothing else to do.
I don't care. I'm gonna keep going. 5 minutes later, in the cart. I'm like, okay, it's in the cart. And then it was the smoothest checkout ever. Like I didn't hit a single bump throughout the whole rest of the checkout.
Beautiful.
So I was able to get one with my 18 months no interest through Best Buy as well. So I got 2 Xboxes, which then
Now I have an Xbox.
Mike has an Xbox now since
Cool.
he could not get one. So he's got an Xbox now.
So you mentioned changing all your information for the Microsoft site. The first PlayStation I ordered through Walmart is being shipped to my parents' house because in a moment of urgency, there is no time to fuck around with where it's going.
No.
If that was one of my old house, I would sit on the porch of my old house on delivery day and wait for it.
See,
Walmart does not let you change order details.
No, they don't. Nope. You either cancel it or that's it.
Yeah, I'm at some point, I'm going to try calling and be like, hey, any way we can switch this? And when they say no, I'm like, cool, it's my parents' house. I'll get it from them. Bye.
Yep, exactly.
Man, I'll tell you, my experience with customer service on Amazon and Best Buy, and actually GameStop too, surprisingly, have all been fantastic.
Yeah.
Walmart, Target even, terrible.
Target
In-store customer service is fine,
Oh,
but
it's
online
yeah.
customer service is
I'm making this phone call expecting the worst.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to be like, cool, I'll pick it up from my folks' house. Bye.
Once I had my GameStop points, you get like rewards points.
Yeah.
It's like someone got them. I don't know where they went. Like they just like someone
hacked your account.
Yeah, someone hacked my account, and
Jesus.
they got like Roblox or some stupid shit like that. Like I didn't buy
Those are
these.
kids.
I was like, I didn't buy these.
Right.
Like, okay, cool. Here's your points back.
Nice.
Oh, cool. Thank you. And I bought something.
Let's look at your purchase history. M-rated game, M-rated
right.
game, M-rated game, M-rated game, M-rated game, Madden, M-rated game, Roblox. Yeah, something's not adding up here.
Exactly. So yeah, honestly, they've been actually really good. But yeah, man, this is just man,
It was
nonsense.
It was insane.
And so here's the thing too. This all goes down, and everyone, the internet's all worked up. This is terrible. This is the worst experience ever. This is not very different from every other pre-order that's ever happened in the internet age, with the exception of more bots. And if that's the case, that's not PlayStation's problem. That's Best Buy and Walmart and Amazon and Newegg and Sam's Club and Target. It's their problem to put up a fucking CAPTCHA to stop bots from getting through.
Yep.
This is still old school. Only brick and mortar stores get these things. That's it.
No.
Get your ass in line. No. Get your ass in line, Art.
No. I will wait till fucking February then. Fuck that.
What's really gonna be funny is like when I walk into a Target and be like, oh, there's both of them right there. I can buy them both right now. Like
Yeah, because you're that guy.
in the middle.
I say you always find a way.
Oh,
Yeah, exactly.
I found a not a mini. I found a full-on Switch a couple days ago.
Nice.
Which is impossible to find right now.
Well, now the Animal Crossing ones are back in the wild. I guess they produce some more of
I'll
those.
let you know when I find one.
But no, yeah, I miss the days of, the E3 conference where they announce the date, the price, and then a half hour after the conference is over, the pre-orders go up. And then they don't actually announce a pre-order date. They just go up, and then people get it. Like people who are smart and are looking for one, get one. Because that's how I got my Project Scorpio Xbox One X edition. It's literally 5 minutes after the Microsoft's conference was over at that E3, it was up on Best Buy. Like that was the thing. Like, and that announcing a date and time, fuck that shit. That is ridiculous. Because then that prepares everyone. Like, everyone knows when it's going up.
Right.
Which sure, then it gives everyone a kind of a fair chance. But then also, like you said, these sites are not made for this type of traffic. It's fucking crashing. They're it's just ruining everything. Like the Microsoft, other countries. Like I was because that was the thing too. Like the night before, I was seeing what was going on in the other countries. And that's why I was not surprised actually that I ended up getting it from Microsoft, because everyone said everyone else sold out like within 5 minutes, but the Microsoft store had them for like an hour, and then they finally sold out. Like it was slow, but it worked. So that's why like I kept like as much as I was, and also too like because like for me I wanted the Best Buy obviously for the 18-month no finance, or Amazon I could have gotten that too. But so I was over here, I was like refreshing over here, but I was working on my Microsoft one over here because I was like, this I feel really good about this. Like let me keep working on this one. Like the site was slow and it was giving me errors, so I'm like, I have a feeling I can get through on this one. Where Best Buy, it helped me because I was like, oh, good. Best Buy, they're not even putting it up yet. This is helping me out. This is great, actually.
I mean, Sony's was a shit show in their own right, but like having the date and time is just not the way to go.
No, that is the worst way to do this. I think is actually having, because then also like you said, like then you can set up the bots to ready to go. Not so much too. Wario had all the landing pages the night before.
I was going to say that. Everyone knows right where they're going to show
Everyone had the landing pages except for like Amazon. Amazon was the only one that everyone wasn't sure about because like the way Amazon did it was weird.
Amazon does that frequently with stuff like this. Like
which is good.
They will have like the before actually going on sale landing page where it has like all the information about the console and everything. But then they change it when it comes time to actually order.
And it's a completely different URL, which is great.
It's a completely different URL. It's a completely different interface, too. It's just like a picture of the thing and a description and a button.
Yep.
That's all it is, too.
Yeah.
So you're not loading up like all the other crap along with it. So that's why I said the Amazon one, like I would have had a chance to get the Xbox myself if I just would have followed through with the Xbox, with the Amazon one. Yeah. The same way about my PlayStation 5 is add to cart. Here's my financing. Yes, I confirm.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
No problems whatsoever.
Yeah.
All right, so what ended up swaying me to actually buying an Xbox? A, because I did want one, but B was some of the news that came out from Microsoft right before the pre-order. So we had last bit of news.
So Microsoft had bought ZeniMax for $8 billion. $7.5 billion. I'm sorry.
I was like, give him some money back.
Yeah, $7.5 billion. ZeniMax is the parent company of Bethesda and all of their studios.
Holy moly. That's a lot of studios.
That's a lot of studios and a lot of big IPs.
So Wolfenstein.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, Wolfenstein, that's Dishonored, that's Prey.
Fallout, Elder Scrolls.
And
Starfield,
which is coming out someday.
Maybe.
But like, here's the thing, dude. Is this like...
Deathloop.
Which is still going to be a PlayStation exclusive.
What's the other one? Ghostwire Tokyo.
Ghostwire Tokyo, which is also a PlayStation exclusive.
Yeah.
Timed.
It's still going to be coming. But it's still going to be published by those guys. But they also have like the publishing brand, not just like the studio. So they have like the studios doing one thing, the publishing brand doing something a little bit different. So like, but do you really think that like, I don't know, Starfield's not going to show up on a PlayStation console?
Oh, it totally will.
And that's like everyone, I woke up to this whatever fucking morning it was.
Yeah,
like
what?
I rolled over
Monday morning, the day before pre-orders.
I rolled over, shut the alarm off my phone as I'm like stirring awake up on Twitter, and I see Microsoft buys Bethesda for $7.5 billion.
I see Pip-Boy holding a giant bag of money.
I'm like, you're over encumbered, okay? I'm looking, I'm like, what the fuck? But then, like, as the day goes on, like, people are talking more and more about it. I'm like, and they're like, oh, and Fallout's going to be exclusive. All these games are going to be exclusive. I'm like,
no.
They can't, it won't be. They may be timed exclusives at launch, but publicly traded company just spent $7.5 billion. You got to make that money back. What's the fastest path to it? It's not by eliminating half your customer base.
Nope.
Unless you get some sweet Game Pass.
Well, here's
like
the
money on that alongside
and that's the thing. So this is where the benefit still comes for Xbox. So like people are saying like it's like, oh well, yeah, like I agree. I think it's gonna be. I think a lot of these titles are gonna be timed exclusives now on Xbox instead. This also means Game Pass day one for all of their games.
I wouldn't be, and I think the transaction is finalized. Shit.
Next year. It was next year sometime. I know. I saw this too.
I don't remember exactly when it was. But it's June? Like maybe next year.
I want to say it was June of 2021 is going to be finalized. Yeah.
But I guarantee you, like they're already working on getting all of their existing catalog up on Game Pass.
Yeah,
what's already not there.
Again, like we talked about earlier, it sounds like Doom Eternal any day now is going to come on Game Pass. Like that's huge, especially since the fact that it just came out.
Came out this year.
And the other thing too is like everyone looking at Microsoft and Xbox, Game Pass is their primary product they're pushing.
Yep.
The physical console is just a delivery system for that.
Yep.
If you don't have a computer, don't want to play on a computer, whatever. So for people in the Xbox ecosystem, you're going to be able to get that on Game Pass for your, assuming it stays $15 a month. Well, you're trying to make up $7.5 billion. I'm not sure about that.
Well,
But
supposedly with the increase, they had an increase in Game Pass members after this
big
announcement,
increase. Yeah.
a big increase, and they said that they actually would reclaim that money in about 2 years that they spent it with just the $15 a month,
Does not compute.
but like,
which is insane. Like that's just like so. It's like so it may not go up. Like that's insane.
but like looking at it, like, okay, you have that increase in subscribers. I'm sure as new games come out, you'll get some more people trickling in to get it through Game Pass for PC, assuming at that point.
Well, right. Yeah.
I assume at this point, 80% of people that have an Xbox console have Game Pass. Because why wouldn't you? Game Pass, why not?
Agreed. Yeah, agreed.
But like, you're already going to be getting that money if you're them. Why not sell it to the people on the other side who are never going to touch a PC and aren't going to pay for Game Pass for $60 a pop?
Agreed. 70, you mean?
70, yeah, whatever.
Well, right. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, this comes out the heels of them adding EA Play.
EA Play to
now
Game
as well.
Pass.
And I don't call it EA Access. EA Play to as well.
Jesus.
Which is just insane. I mean,
Oh my goodness.
I mean, EA Play isn't as nice as Game Pass is, obviously.
Well, no, but
this like the library of games on that, especially on Microsoft, is just so much. And then you're going to add another back catalog of Bethesda games, Bethesda Studio games, presumably. I mean, they just added like 50% to their catalog.
Yeah.
Like, they probably just added about another 50-ish games. It's going to be in there sometime soon.
Well, yeah.
I'll get because EA is at the end of this year, and then I'm assuming that the Bethesda stuff might be trickling in.
I think it's going to slowly trickle in until like June when it goes into effect.
They had a good agreement anyway before that.
Let's say the Fallout games have been on there.
Right, yeah, exactly. I mean, Elder Scrolls Online's already on there.
Right.
And actually you can play that through xCloud as well and everything. So,
granted, totally personal opinion, I know not everyone's going to agree with this, but through this acquisition, they just rewrote their top 10 first-party games.
Ooh. Oh. Ori's still in the top 10.
Not where it was.
Not where it was.
Well,
not where it was.
It's all over the place. Yeah.
But man, like that's
it's pretty insane. I mean, and that's the thing too. And so like they did talk a little bit more about this. Like Phil was saying, like, we're going to go on a case-by-case basis in terms of exclusivity and stuff.
How much money will we make?
Well, that's
a lot of money?
and that's exactly what it's going to be. I mean, let's be honest. Like, I mean, Elder Scrolls, if you have a PlayStation 5, you will play relax. You're going to play Elder Scrolls 6 on PlayStation 5. It may be after PC and Xbox people get their hands on it first, but you will play it on there. Don't worry, because guess what? Because even though you're buying it on your PlayStation, the money's going into Microsoft's hands, so they don't care.
Right.
How many?
Just like Minecraft.
Just like Minecraft. Exactly.
Have Minecraft on it.
Exactly. Yeah. If you're playing Minecraft, guess what? You're paying. If you didn't know this already, you're paying Microsoft. So it's good. So I mean, so that's not a big deal. Like, but the big deal, the big deal to this is the fact that every game's going to be on Game. Basically, day one on Game Pass now is huge. And this is kind of like their Call of Duty back with the deal they had with Call of Duty back in the day. And if you think about this, like Elder Scrolls 6, okay, yeah, it's on both systems. Oh, the expansion comes out, Xbox gets it for a year first.
And what do you think the commercials are going to say at the end of it?
Oh yeah,
Xbox. And every single time, it's not going to have what are the new PlayStation.
And then the PlayStation trailer on the PlayStation the channel is going to have the little Xbox Game Studio logo.
Microsoft Game Studios
at the bottom.
Yeah, so it's going to start. You're right. It's going to start with Microsoft Game Studios, and it's going to end with a one at the end, the logo at the end.
Exactly.
So what do you think? It's going to be just like, I can play Destiny on the PlayStation on the Xbox. It's going to be it's going to have the same kind of effect.
Exactly.
For all of their games.
Exactly. So it's still, like I said, it's still huge for Xbox in so many different ways. But like PlayStation, but at the same time, the other side of it, PlayStation owners, don't worry, you're fine. Like the big games, Phil's not stupid. He knows that wait, I could sell to both of these guys and make how much more money? Okay, hold on, PlayStation, I will just hang on like a few more months, and then you will have it, and I will take your money.
I say even if they don't do that, even if they still release it, don't do any exclusivity. Hey, PlayStation guys, you can buy it for $60. Or if you have a halfway decent computer give us $15 and you can play it beat it in a month, and you paid $15 for the game. And
Right.
you forget to cancel your subscription, and then you'll keep paying us.
Yep.
Or you can buy this.
Oh, while you're here, check out all the other ridiculous amount of games we have that you can play. All
Absolutely.
the shit from EA, here
Absolutely.
it is.
Yep. Yeah, it's just
You want to get your flight simulator on? Here it is.
This is insane because I also saw something, I guess, because they already have their Ghostwire and their Deathloop exclusivities, which Phil already says they're going to keep.
They have to.
They have to.
I mean, they've honored like all the other
And
they've
always
they
honored
purchased
exactly,
along the way,
absolutely,
like,
which makes sense.
Yeah.
And
I mean, it's in a contract already, and it's
Phil's
probably not worth.
worried, because in 6 months after Tokyo comes out, it'll be on Game Pass, and that's fine with me. That's the only way I want to play that game because that looks actually kind of not as good as I wanted it to be. What was I going to say? Damn it, I lost it. I hit something.
So here, you want a grasp of like the dollar amount on this whole thing,
Sure.
which you guys will totally relate to. Disney paid a combined total of $8 billion for Marvel and Star Wars.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Yeah, that's insane.
Like the two
does
biggest
not make
IPs in the
sense.
world.
That's insane.
That makes no sense to me whatsoever.
No.
But I mean, this is just like, so how many studios did they just buy? Like 7?
I had an article up. Hang on.
Sorry,
Let me count it down here.
I just thought of it literally right now.
Another-
id Software, Arcane, Machine Games, Tango Gameworks, Bethesda Game Studios, ZeniMax Online Studios, and Bethesda Softworks Publishing.
And there's also like there's 2 Arcane studios.
Right.
I think Machine Games is just 1 still. So 8-ish studios they
Yeah.
just bought along the way. So about 8 studios. That's less than $1 billion a studio.
Hang on. There's more here that weren't in the original part. Alpha Dog Games and Roundhouse Studios.
That's 10.
Oh, there we go.
10.
10.
Is it 10 studios to their first party lineup?
And
Guys, we might get our sequel to Wet finally.
and
Which is actually a really good game. It is a really good game.
I played the demo.
It was fun.
they bought just as many highly known, well-regarded IPs.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. I mean, it's just
Hopefully, Microsoft can weave into Bethesda to stop putting out buggy shit on an old engine.
Let me see if we can find it.
And everyone was just like, the second Bethesda got bought, they got bought Obsidian. Everyone was making the Fallout New Vegas.
Well, yeah, there was that, and like Obsidian like someone tweeted something, and Obsidian responded with, like, I think a winky face or something.
Yeah. It was one of these, like,
Yeah.
Oh, I know. Fallout New Vegas 2 is happening. Let's put it that way. So my buddy sent me a meme. It says it's a little schoolgirl going like this, like holding her head on the desk, crying while trying to color, and it says,
picture all too well.
yeah, and it says Bethesda team now that Microsoft is going to make them finish the games before launching them. So I mean, it's just it's crazy. I mean, it's absolutely insane. This is great.
And like, my main thing was like, the last thing that pushed me over into like, all right, I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get the new Xbox. Was like, I want to keep my Game Pass going. I want to go. I got till March of next year. Or no,
I'm through March.
May of
right
next year.
now. I'm through March right now.
Not sure what mine is.
My PlayStation Plus is good until like Starfield comes out, so I'm fine there. But yeah, I think I got it because I when they had that big deal was like you get it for $1,
Yeah.
and then if you get like live, you get doubles up and
Right.
adds
Yeah.
on.
That,
So it was
that's
like,
what mine went to, like March.
yeah, it was like $100 for 2 years of Game Pass.
Yeah.
And I have definitely made my money on that one.
Yeah. No,
So-
everyone keep ready. Black Friday is usually when they have some pretty good deals on those. So I got to make sure I stock up on that. Especially since I didn't get in the all access now because that's kind of what I was waiting for. So now that
ultimately that's what I wanted to do because it's like,
Yeah.
man, these are 2 things I want. Like
I'm gonna keep Game Pass like as long as I have an Xbox. Like I mean,
why the hell would you not?
right.
I have Game Pass until March 21st, 2022.
It's pretty good.
Nice.
You're good.
So a year. Yeah, I
got
got March 22nd.
I got
till
PC,
21.
baby.
No, that's fair. So like, yeah, it is, man.
I'll say at some point I may get an Xbox, but I'm not in a rush to get one now.
Sure.
You know, maybe when Wolfenstein 3 comes out and if there's some exclusivity or something.
And there will be.
Like I was really thinking like Xbox, and now you got me thinking about the whole like switching like Cyberpunk and things like that. I was like, I'm never gonna buy a game for the system. Like when I bought this, I was like, if I never buy a game for the system and just re-up Game Pass, I would be totally happy. I would get
Sure.
a bunch of like
Right.
smaller games I didn't play any other one, or but I also get all these new games coming out from Bethesda, and I mean some of the
Hey,
first party stuff from
you could finally play Fallout 4.
Finally. I only wanted to buy it once, to be fair. But about like right when it came out. I bought the Super Ultimate Edition like when it first came out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, about the edition with like the season pass and everything.
And I've never touched the regular game.
I played the regular game, never finished it. Paid for the season pass, never used it.
I started when they put it on Game Pass. What was that, like over a year ago?
It was like 2-3 E3s
A
ago.
while ago, yeah.
It's another Fallout game.
Yeah. I played for like an hour, and I was like, I'm good.
Yes, Fallout 3 is still the primo, because like New Vegas added like the more survivally aspects where you had like sleep and eat and drink if you wanted to, but if you turned it off, all the stuff was still there. And like what I loved about Fallout 3 was like every single location had something going on, like a story or an environmental piece or something always going on.
Tenpenny Tower.
Or but in Fallout New Vegas, you would go into a building and would just have like supplies, because that was the point of that building now, not to tell a story.
Or there was a building full of cannibals.
Yeah, or just a basement full of just dead people.
I mean, there was a building full of dead cannibals when I was done.
No, well, a lot of buildings had dead people in it by the time I left it.
They were totally peaceful initially.
Yes, they are.
Then I found out what they were nice. Then I found out what they were doing.
Well, that's why you go in the basement, right? You go in the basement, and you see a bunch of body parts all gnawed up, and then you kill them all. God, that game was so good.
I want my Wolfenstein 3 now. Oh, I want my Wolfenstein 3
When
in
did
that
2 come
Series
out?
X.
2 years, 3 years ago?
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
A Youngblood doesn't count, so.
No. Well, I guess that would be their interlude game, right? So they did the Old Blood?
They did Old
Yeah.
Blood, and then now they did Youngblood. Yep.
Okay,
So
so
3 is going to be the next Wolfenstein.
Yeah, I think they would be due for something
I'm
new in the
thinking-
next couple of years.
I'm thinking 22. God,
As
I
long
want
as
that.
as long as it's as good as 2.
Agreed.
That's still the only. That was the only. I think I tried playing the game on medium for literally an hour. I'm like, this is not for me. I just keep dying in the same spot over and over and over again, and I can't figure it out. All right, I think that's it.
I think so.
Did we go over everything?
I think.
We all got our pre-orders in that we wanted. I might just switch a couple things. Now you all talking to me and stuff.
You know, the quote unquote real press actually got their Series X systems.
I saw that
today. With their and memory cards.
I saw that too, which is super confusing because there's no price or anything on that.
No.
So, one of the things that was minorly annoying about the whole pre-order process was seeing people from IGN and GameSpot and, Jason Schreier at Bloomberg complaining about not being able to get on a pre-order. Motherfucker, you know they're sending you a console for free.
Yeah.
But I brought that up. I was talking to my buddy Foose about that, and he says, I guess sometimes the systems they send, like those places, are like debug systems. So they're not like true
Trophies
like
and
retail.
I guess part of it, like, I appreciate that they're like going out and getting it themselves and not expecting a handout.
Me too.
But if you work at IGN, you know you're getting
that's
a pallet of them sent to the office.
Well, right. Well, that's like Tim Geddes. He said like the night the PlayStation 4 went out for pre-order, he got like 5 of them from 5 different places. I'm like, dude, fuck you. I
thought he was putting them in all throughout their studio. I thought that was his whole thing.
I don't know. I didn't read more than that. It was just more like, it was just one of those where it's like, okay, Sony likes you guys a lot. Like, kind of fun. Like, they know you guys quite well. They're not sending you only one system. I guarantee that.
I think in the past they only sent them one, and that
Really?
was like the Office.
Okay.
Because that was always the thing when Colin and Greg lived together. It was like, hey, we got a free one. This is the business one, since we can't just have one person.
Got it. Okay. Well, that
one
makes
person take it.
Well, that still makes sense. But still, it was just one. But I agree though. It's just one of those things where it's just kind of like, it's kind of like a little aggravating though. Like, even Jeff Keighley was like, I'm all over this.
Yeah.
Like,
well,
Jesus, like, what the hell, dude?
Well, Keighley was like, I've struck out at like 4 places.
Yeah.
They're probably gonna give you a bunch of handout and goodie bags at your award show.
Well, he was the first one to tweet too. He had a Series X. Again, I wonder if it's like the whole debug system and stuff.
I'm pretty sure all those people were probably got the invites for the Sony exclusive pre-order.
I definitely did not get that.
I didn't.
Nope, I didn't either. Oh, Greg Miller did. He tweeted all about it.
Hey, Mike, how many of what percentage of Sony consoles and devices have you owned in the time they've been doing video games?
All of them.
Yeah, exactly.
And I can't even. I know a lot of the games I have in my library for PlayStation 4 were PlayStation Plus games and things like that, but a lot of them aren't. I can't. I have worked through that ecosystem quite a bit, so I think.
Yeah.
The amount of money, I would say you can go look. Well, the amount of stuff I've downloaded or I bought on the PlayStation Store is insane.
So I went through like I said when I rebooted my PlayStation 3, and I was like, oh, what old games can I look through there? I had over 800 things to look through.
Oh yeah.
But again, some of it is plus.
Well,
some
sure,
of it is
some of
like,
it's plus.
it's like, I had the
I'll say
original Mortal Kombat.
you
and I
had-
had like a bunch of downloadable content on there.
You had
too.
Plus early on.
I had about a month after. I got like a month after it started, and I get missed out on all those anniversary stuff all the time. I didn't have it at the very beginning.
I started Plus, I think, 2 months after when the Mortal Kombat 9 demo was exclusive to PlayStation Plus members, which I believe was like a month or two after they started.
I don't
it.
remember when.
That's what got me
or
it.
what got me into
But yeah,
it.
it was right away.
I'm sure there was a process. I don't think Sony just did a lottery for those.
I don't think so.
But like just transparency, number of trophies,
Just say straight lottery.
Yeah. If it was a lottery,
Just
say it was a lottery.
something. Say whatever it was. But
Hey,
but I saw a lot of influencers
Oh, yeah.
were the ones that got into that, which I thought was kind of shitty. Well, whatever. I got mine pre-ordered elsewhere. I don't care. I got it.
I got everything I wanted, so I'm happy.
Christmas is gonna come early.
Christmas is going to come early, but not for the children because I spent all of their money on PlayStations and Xboxes for myself.
Well, right now I am saving up vacation time for even though I'm at home, I am saving up vacation time because I don't want to even check emails when I get those in.
Yeah, I got to figure that
Like
out too.
I'll wait for that. I'll give them that week, but that week after,
Well, it's like so the PlayStations are supposed. The launch day is a Friday, right?
Thursday.
Tuesday.
So
wait,
Tuesday for Xbox is
Tuesday,
the 10th,
right.
and then the 12th is a Thursday.
correct.
That's I'm pretty sure that Thursday is going to be me with my laptop in my basement, hooking up a PlayStation 5 and starting to download games.
Well, the thing is, like, that's the thing that's kind of like it's weird. This is gonna be the first time I get everything shipped, which is weird. I usually go to the store.
Nah.
So this is
I got it all shipped last generation. It was great.
Well, no, that's just the weird part for me because it's like, okay, I don't know when it's coming, and like my people tend when I really want something, they come late. When it's something where it's just like, it's just like a like diapers or whatever, they come at fucking 10 in the morning. So it's gonna be one of those where it's like, you know what? I'm not gonna waste a day off or anything like that. I will keep it for the week after, and I will handle that the week after.
I'm gonna be working on the first floor of my house because the second I hear someone at the front door, I'm grabbing that package off the porch because if I walk out there and if I get a notice saying
it's hit or miss with if they ring the doorbell or not. So.
I have a dog, I don't need a doorbell.
Well, that's true.
Like I'm gonna wait for that delivery confirmation. Like your thing was delivered, and if there's not a box on my front porch, I'm gonna go on a murdering spree.
Well, there it is.
I have rocking chairs on my front porch.
You need a shotgun?
I got my Red Ryder. My old trusty Red Ryder.
Just shoot your eye out, kid.
Leave the box.
Awesome.
All right. On that note, we'll see you next time, Stickheads.